get completely scouted upon. And if I happen to win the roll off for first turn. Sorry, it's the other one.
What's up, folks? Welcome back to the stream. We are live with the T5S2 Pod 67 finals. This is
and then we're just gonna
be, I guess, a little bit of an interesting matchup in that we have some Leagues of Votan on the table. Not a faction that we've seen super recently, but that's pretty neat.
That's a different button.
Get to watch the dwarfs in action. They've got some real feisty Mohawks, Hernkin Jaegers. They're ready to go. They are piloted by Sir Spooky over here on the red versus on the blue side. Yagen, I guess, aka Simon,
have to bunch up
out of the Discord, running
just because of this.
Running Emperor's Children over in the blue. So we've watched a lot of Emperor's Children recently. I think we all should be relatively familiar with how they work at this point. Not to mention the fact that I've been playing a bunch of them and I like them a lot. They're really fun to play, so I'm in.
And then just be on the.
And of course, apparently Simon also agrees with me because he's also playing them. So as players are just about starting their deployment right here, let's go ahead and talk about what is in their list.
Over to you.
On the Emperor's Children side, it is a relatively standard detachment, coterie of the Conceited. Rocking Lucius the Eternal as the Warlord, so he can potentially sink mortal wounds onto him with if he fails any pacts. We also have two Demon Princes of Slaanesh. One of them has Pledge of Eternal Servitude to respawn, potentially respawn when it dies on a leadership check. 3 Lord Exultants. Just nothing special about them. They're just really good. They stab good. I don't know. A Lord Cacophonist with Pledge of Unholy Fortune, so he can turn dice rolls for his faction or for his unit to a 6 to get additional sustained hits out. We then have 3 units of Infractors, 3 units of Tormentors, so a lot of utility units in this build. 3 units of Noise Marines, as well as 3 Chaos Rhinos. So pretty standard stuff. Out of that, little light on the characters we typically see. A lot of times we'll see triple Demon Prince, double or triple Cacophonist. We're cutting those down to get additional units of Tormentors and Noise Marines in, but we're flooding the board with purple armored boys. We're going to be running at you and trying to get those kills. Tormentors already placing out. We've Simon as the first deployer. So Tormentors already placing out on the objectives in the center of the table using Infiltrate. That's going to block positions to the Hernkin Jaegers, who could potentially come up and try to prevent Infiltrators from getting preventing the scouts from going down.
Like this. Yeah, I think I just want to jam.
So that first drop is really big. They also have objective secured, so they're going to be able to obsec when the if they go first. Otherwise, they're probably just going to die. But that's okay. That's a small price to pay to not just immediately get jailed by a ton of Hernkin pioneers.
Okay, cool.
Yep. We have a prediction up, a minute left of the prediction. 63% in favor of Emperor's Children. Absolutely no respect for dwarfs today. Hot damn.
In terms of your
oh my god,
reach out and touch a rhino, it really is just this
kick from a goat on poor new Logan, but he's got all his doggies with him. You don't want to kick him in front of his dog.
That's like if you're further than before that, it's like hitting on it's hitting on force, like critic on force.
Oh, down to 82%.
So between 12.1
in favor of Emperor's Children. Yes. We got some dwarf believers in the predictions for the last minute that we're rocking it.
Yeah.
As a note as well, folks, we are running smoke and mirrors. Oops, that's not the right button.
Inside of this building, almost. I think.
I've never played this game before. What is this? Tabletop Simulator? We are playing Smoke and Mirrors today.
Looks like.
So you can redeploy units into Strategic Reserve after you've deployed your armies, but before terminating going first. So we could potentially use these guys to screen and then put them into reserve. That won't block scout movement, so it's unlikely to happen. But also lets the players get a little bit spicier with their deployments and then kind of denied flank their opponent. Last and certainly not least, we are playing Purge the Foe this time around. So kills is going to be a big one. That is a little bit of a boon for the I was going to say the Emperor's Children, for the Leagues of Votan. They do have kind of an MSU style We are rocking multiple units of small units of Hearthkin Pioneer. Excuse me, of Hearthkin Einhir Hearthguard.
Rhino,
And multiple units of
identical on the
Chthonian
other
Berserks.
side.
However, they do typically
Take
want
them
to.
the side there.
The Emperor's Children
go
do
on a
typically play very
magical
aggressively with lots of units at a time, which does make them relatively susceptible to purge the foe. So. Especially this style of build that Simon's building right here, which is bringing a lot of these little infantry units. So,
I hate to say,
it's definitely going to be, you're gonna win some and lose some potentially over here.
I guess it's a good thing. You don't want to ever have the opponent be doing something. You'd be like, oh gosh, what's that even achieve?
What are they doing? Yeah.
I'm just gonna tamp down these circles real quick because, first of all, TTS games always end up looking like,
Oh my gosh.
pressure to start.
Another thing too is let me get rid of this area denial as well. There we go.
Yeah, I am just gonna look at what your anti-scout looks like, but I think that's more or less the relevant chunk of it, because obviously since this is 9.1, I don't even need to.
Yeah, the judge token change will not have applied in this one. That's a good note. We might
so
have
I've
to talk
dropped
to the players
3,
about that. I don't know if
three.
Sir Spooky is aware of that interaction.
Going to
This will probably be the last time that we see that interaction on the stream, which is good because it's kind of silly.
He has a straight line.
An unintentional consequence of the rewrite to the Judgment Token ability is that the way that the Oath Band detachment is worded, it actually separates out its oaths from the core oaths.
Same idea. I can actually scout 4 and rotate. Yeah, so we'll go like that.
Yeah, they definitely forgot. I mean, it's pretty clear. It's like it's even worded like in kind of an incompatible way with the new rule. Because it adds additional units to the tally,
Demon Prince,
but it doesn't say what tally it's adding to.
And you said
they just changed choose 4 units to choose 2 additional units, and then they didn't specify that what it was adding. It was it's not well written.
You deep strike. You don't cheat at all deep striking, right? I'm just passing the turn over to you.
Oh yeah. No. Yep. I can just uppy downy the bikes. That's all. But no like 6-inch deep strike.
No 6s or any of that.
All right. Chunky boy.
Want to welcome everybody in. It's
might be a bit aggressive.
over here. It's a bit of an early. It's about noon, so early for our stream.
A little chunky.
Early Saturday stream. Because I know a lot of people are usually doing stuff on Saturdays, so
Princes. There's one there.
it's good to be able to hang out with everybody.
Thinking about it exactly. Probably has to be a little bit further back though, just because of
should be fine.
how chunky a man he is.
All right. Yeah, I'll go Hecaton there. Pass to you.
Cool. I am going to put a unit of my last unit of infiltrate goobers are just going to go inside of this ruin over here. It's not much of an infiltrate, but it is a little bit outside of my deployment zone, so write that down. Plasma, and then a guy, and then a guy, and then I can pass over.
Good. We got left. These are Noise Marines, right? Okay.
So I've got 3 units of Noise Marines, plus the Demon Prince, plus Lucius, plus the last Rhino left to drop.
Cool. Just throw some goops. You don't have any uppy downies or anything like that, right?
That's correct, yeah. Yeah, there's nothing.
How was Thousand Suns yesterday? I did not play Goat Horde. I tried a Warp Forge Cabal.
So I'm just gonna put it here.
I don't think my list was very good. I didn't have enough utility, I think, was the downside. So I was kind of struggling to interact with objectives. I was just like, it was like
actually
8 vehicles and Magnus, basically.
I'm just gonna
and some other and some little stuff.
Get
But
that direction.
I was not impressed, I think. The mechanic felt really dicey, which I wasn't super into. At one point, like I needed a 2+ to empower into a
Side.
thing that would get a secondary. Rolled a 1 into a temporal surge that would get a secondary. Rolled a 1 and then rolled a 2 on the movement, which meant that the unit couldn't get to where it needed to complete the secondary, and also couldn't get out of back out of line of sight. And I was just like,
all right, so let's go.
This is really frustrating, and there's no. There's no like dice fixing or anything, and you can't if you fail to manifest an empowered version of a ritual, you can't decline and then attempt it again. It just manifests at the weaker version, so it's like Oh no.
Quickly there. Yep.
It just kind of makes me mad.
All right. 3-man bikes.
Which
Cool.
is
Just
I don't
spend
know.
it.
But I'll give it a couple more
It's,
games for sure. Yeah.
Visibility
I mean,
outside
I think the
ruin,
codex
but,
is good in comparison to the
more or
index. Like
less
the index is more
pretty
mechanically
happy being
interesting
here,
in
so
my
I'm just gonna draw
opinion,
a couple of
but
lines real
it's
quick.
probably not as fun to like
Just
play
edge.
against or like as it's sort of a faction. It's not very well.
Get fat
Kind of
ones as well.
very well.
But more or less.
If you press
happy
minus,
for
the line
this-
is small.
It's not working for me.
But yeah, you can't have it just like when you have the pen out without drawing any lines.
Yeah,
Just press
so
minus,
I've just
the cursor gets smaller.
Just slam it on minus. There we go. It doesn't work on keypad minus. That's
Oh, sure. Yeah.
so more or less, what we're trying to achieve here is that there isn't some wacky line towards this ruin over there.
You just keep in mind for the orientation of that guy because it's relevant. He can't extend over the deployment line.
A fun fact is, I don't believe that's correct. I was playing Jesper from Team Sweden, and he pulled up some rule that I forgot to save. That it's I believe on base models, it's only the actual base that needs to be on. But I'll pull up the thing because
Yeah. I
one
mean,
of
if you
those
have that
things where
role, then sure.
it's one of those things that we looked up and then I, stored in my memory because it very moderately mattered. And then I completely purged whether it was in the core rules or the Leviathan rules or.
Yeah, those games might happen this coming week. I'm limited in terms of my
The valuable takeaway here is that essentially I'm trying to lower down your ability to shoot on me. I'll look it up in a second to try and not be too inefficient with clock.
Yeah, no worries.
But like I said, it's a thing that sticks in my memory because it's a thing that happened in a 40k game, and isn't that the fun of playing these things?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's on page 13 of the rules commentary. If a model is set up in your deployment zone, can parts of that model overhang the deployment zone? Answer is no, unless the model is too large to do otherwise. So if you are physically larger than your deployment zone, you can overhang, but then you follow the large model deployment rules. But he's not. Yeah.
The relevant part there. Yeah, no, I don't recall looking in the rules commentary. I recall looking in the core rules and seeing a thing that was like more or less.
Yeah, I mean so it's a very stupid rule because the rules as written otherwise are that you don't have to worry about extending
Right.
over them. Because the only thing that matters for measurement is that guy's base. So if you're measuring to determine whether or not you're wholly inside the deployment zone, you use his base. But then they released a FAQ that directly contradicted it. Classic GW. To be clear, I wish it worked like that, but it doesn't. So
yeah, but the valuable takeaway is I haven't gone completely insane. That it was at least a thing that was in the rulebook. Okay, well, it's easy enough to do. That this is his least fat line, and what I'm just trying to do is cut down on your ability to shoot me from that ruin across on turn one. So more or less, that's the line that I have to respect. So we just go on spinny circles until. But it's looking like I'm gonna have trouble doing it, so that's fine. I'm just gonna drop down Lucius for now, and then we're gonna play spinny circles. At a different
spinny circles. Let's go. Yeah, I'm actually interested to play the Goat Tide. I think the Goat detachment is
what I'll have to
really good.
Overhang the wing like
I'm excited to play that detachment for sure. -1 to wound.
And then passing.
I'll throw 3
-1 to wound Metal with Vortex Beasts and like infinite up down Zangors seems amazing.
gonna-
And also
noises.
real
So
talk,
noises
Zangor
will-
Shamans probably going to be criminally underplayed. 55 points, you get a move 10 infantry model who can cast
a little
rituals
safe deployment.
and has a
Pocket
devastating
here.
gun. Are you kidding me? That's like sick. Just like you take 1 or 2 of those guys just to be like ritual caddies and to go do actions, and then like you can turn them into chaos spawn when they die. Like that's amazing.
6-man bikes.
So that might be like the truth in the way. I also think that Grand Coven. I was talking about it on the stream yesterday. I think that I maybe gave Grand Coven a little bit too much guff for being nerfed out of index version.
Noises are going to go up into
because it feels to me like the characters are basically just as strong as they were, if not more so. And you lost like a bunch of like good strats and stuff, but Magnus is like more affordable now.
And then
and so if you have the CP to dump the reroll strats into Magnus, like he's just going to be as scary as he was. And he's also a huge army support buff too.
And then I'm going to have a look at this Demon Prince, but I'm on.
If you were playing a game that wasn't to take Assassinate. Yeah, well, the thing to keep in mind too is that like if you lock yourself into fixed objectives, like that's a negative in and of itself, right? And then the 1000 Suns player can kind of play around that too.
While you're doing that, I'm going to use the restroom once you finish deploying.
Magnus could still come down. Yeah, I don't disagree.
Cool. I might.
400 feels a little much.
Pause there
for what is essentially like a land raider
so we can come
with
back
like upside.
First.
But but he definitely doesn't feel like horrible. I would say like I don't know, high 300s probably. He definitely doesn't feel like Fulgrim where he's like it's just criminal how much he's overcosted. 385. I could see that. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if it will change, but well, you know. I don't know. I like that he's not totally neutered though. He's not like the Primarch that just like there's literally no reason to ever play it because he's just like so expensive and has no support effects whatsoever. I like the design space that they went with for him. I think it's really good. Yeah, +2 to cast is a really big deal, especially with. I wonder if you could build a list in Goat Detachment where you just like push that really hard, where you go, because you're taking Mutaliths, right? He's basically +3 to cast, so the chances that he gets an empowered ritual off are like super duper high. So I don't know, maybe that's fine. Missing the Surge will lose you games, yeah, for sure. Yeah, the faction without like full power Temporal Surge does feel super bad. Just waiting on the players to finish their bathroom break, and then we're good to go here, folks. Ready to get this game underway. So there's definitely like a lot in the Codex to play with, which I think is cool, and that's the most exciting thing, right? There was one build in Index, maybe two before they nerfed all of the big monsters and stuff.
Going off to see who's going first.
Cool.
And now there's a million different builds.
All right, I will be
looks
first.
like Votan taking the first turn here. That they love to see that because
does that happen?
Yeah.
Okay, after we've deployed.
Started with, if you want to smoke and mirror or something, go ahead. I'm not super fussed about it.
Got it. My fault. Yeah, it's supposed to be before.
Yeah, smoke and mirrors should be before.
No, it's okay. I think that those guys leave kind of regardless on the board state.
Yeah, I don't want to get run over.
So the big benefit here is that going first, we are playing Purge du Foe, so you really want to be getting a kill turn 1 if you're going first in order to sort of keep things in parity.
These in the middle.
Yeah, we'll just note to these guys the distinction just in case.
This is the res guy, right? So this Demon Prince.
Yeah.
Right. Where am I looking here? I guess
Mags is the only thing that fights T10 vehicles. Yeah, he definitely helps shore up the anti-tank quite a bit. The Annihilators with +1 to wound is like pretty wild. The amount of damage those things did was great for 130 points. And I wonder too if there's like a place for, I don't know, like Hellbrutes or something.
Here.
As just like really cheap, like little counterpunchy guys. But I don't know. I just don't know, chat. Also, Mutalith Vortex Beast maybe help.
I want to go. I think on this side here, these Noise Marines. Yeah, this is both your the Noise Marines on this side is what I'm judging.
Sure.
Cool. All right, we'll scout. Let's get this boy up 6.
Just for posterity, because we're playing like pre-FAQ right now, I assume that the tormentors are the detachment oath, so that they generate CP.
Oh yes. Yeah. So why don't I separate these then instead?
In case it matters.
You just heard of
Yeah.
white, I guess.
Yeah.
So sorry, the FAQ is that they only sub, but not all of them.
Yeah, the FAQ is, the change to the detachment ability was really worded really unclear, and it says that essentially it implies that the two that you select from the detachment are the ones you can gain CP from. The FAQ reverses that and says all 4 of them generate CP, but that only released last week, so we are pre-FAQ for this game.
All right. Let me swap these colors then, just in case.
Yeah,
Just
I
in
was
case.
gonna say, if you just flip them back to white, then I
There
guess
we
they're
go.
just the same as the regular ones, or whichever color.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Good catch, Chevy. Appreciate it. All
Yeah, it
right,
probably
so-
won't matter, but just in case it does. You don't forget to start your clock too.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff, chat. Still a big fan of Melee Vortex Beast, but it's inconsistent. Yeah, for sure.
Nope. All right. I'll go.
Definitely.
Cool. Can't scout this guy up. Let's do a 9-inch.
Yeah, I almost feel like the faction was
We
maybe,
don't even need to move. Let us hang out here.
I don't know. It felt like it was kind of balanced around like but like the index rituals where you could like really easily like strip armor saves and stuff and do like D3+3 mortal wounds. The rituals are so much less powerful and so much harder to get off now. It's like wild. The Twist of Fate triggering the +2 AP on a 12 it like sends me.
Scouts.
Like when will you
Yep.
like outside of
So,
Magnus empowering
Rhino's gonna
and
come up. I'm just gonna
getting a bunch of bonuses, like when are you getting that? Like,
movement? Because I just noticed that Rhino wasn't.
so your army ability is like situationally get
Then
+1 AP. Cool, man.
Yeah, we're on my clock. Good. So this Sagittar has 1d6 shot, 2 damage, 3 shots.
Yeah, and then some damage 2 shots on the bolt cannon.
Sure. Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to determine here is if these two shoot a rhino, does it pick up a rhino on average? Which I am suspicious that they do not. So
There's a ton of variants for Votan.
The Art of War preview went. Yeah. I think that, and I was kind of like in that mindset a little bit
then
too.
These guys over
It's like
here
when it matters, you'll have
are-
+2
they
AP, but
also
I
have
didn't
it.
really
So they've got this
internalize
candidate
how
bonus on
difficult
the
to cast those
situation.
rituals are.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the
So
Twist
you
of
have
Fate
rotary,
baseline is a
4
fucking
have auto
9.
cannons, and then they also all have.
Like if you're not getting super lucky,
all
you
6
have to
have the
empower to
auto
get it off,
cannons, and all of them also have shotguns.
which is like insane to be honest.
I think I'm just going
So
to.
yeah, it's
I think I
it's
value the space
it's
more than I value
interesting
anything else. So
for
I'm gonna pass over
sure.
to you.
And I think that people will overestimate
Right.
their damage output with
Do
it for a
Good
while.
luck.
You as well. Sweet.
All right, command phase. I'll draw my secondaries. Contain and extend.
Mhm.
All right, I'll keep both of those. My +1.
Contain and extend are the draws for Sir Spooky.
Rhino's
Top of
not
one.
in
As we were getting into this game, what a
Something like
phenomenal
the
draw, by the way.
Center.
That is an easy 11 points.
No call on the battlefield.
And he gets a kill turn one,
Yeah,
so
no,
this is a
it
15-point
this is
top
sticky.
1 on Purge the Foe. Are you kidding me right now?
Oh, can we not color these? The new map lets you color them.
Shame that the
You
demon
like
detachment is
click the picture of
underwhelming.
it instead of having to get
Nice.
right the dot.
Streamers would fit
Ow.
great in 1,000 cents. Yeah, I don't disagree.
Alright,
I mean,
well,
streamers are whatever. They're inconsistent anti-tank as well. I wouldn't put screamers into my list saying, hey, they're anti-vehicle, and then be like, hey, now I'm short up against land raiders because they're gonna do like two damage on
Yes,
average.
you do.
Yeah,
Because
incredible
this
net draw
happens
this
before I
turn.
get to see your
But I wish that like we had some buffs for Lords of Change. Like if you could just walk in like wombo combo in Lords of Change, like give them Everstave
So
and
I'm gonna mark.
I don't know, like a reroll wood strat or something for psychic weapons, like demon psychic weapons. Like suddenly we're talking. That guy just like blitzes the world.
Promised.
But
Let's go.
It's
so
so poorly thought out.
I use the counter on the other one. So green.
Buy 1,000 points of
how many I'm
demons
gonna
to buff
say I've
your
killed.
your Thousand
Yellow
Suns
is
that
how
then
many I've
don't
actually
benefit
killed
from
this
the
turn,
buffs
and
themselves.
red is gonna
Cool,
be
thanks,
my,
man.
how many points I have in the bag.
Yeah. Perfect. All
And
right.
obviously,
Yeah, Lords of Change need
because I have
they
not
need
killed
some
any
help for
units,
sure.
and there's to 0.
But they're not going to get it. I think demons are done for the edition. I would be shocked if we saw any more changes to any demon data sheet, like full stop. Which is unfortunate. The Lords of Change has been sitting at that really like just straight trash offensive profile for the entire edition, and outside of Everstave guy and that like one dude that people take in Shadow Legion to reduce people's
6.
OC, it's like basically unplayable.
They're it because
And Everstave guy's even like kind of
7,
fringe.
they're heavier, so they're down to 6.
Got it. Alright, so do we want to do this?
So contemplating, I guess just like alphaing into the Noise Marines here, I guess. We could just like rock the Sagittor forward, disembark 5 dudes on the objective to hold it, blitz into the Noise Marines, and then engage the Rhino to potentially move block it quite a bit. Now this Rhino, Rhino number 3, this is a Lord Exalted squad. Looks like all the Rhinos just have a single Exalted squad in them. Nothing too special.
And then contain with that. And then...
But that would prevent a lot of the sort of avenues of attack from this, the contents of this Rhino into this objective.
Scoot back this Sagittarius.
You can still disembark from this one, but this Rhino is obviously in a more like sort of central position. If you force that to disembark its occupants now, that's actually just beneficial for you.
Within 24 of the Demon Prince. Probably have to go.
I'm shooting heavy conversion beamers into the Demon Prince. So this is the Eternal Servitude Demon Prince.
And then if you end up killing 3, you can spend a CP and get 3, right? For
your on any kill, I can spend a CP and increase the promise by 1.
Got it. And is there any penalty for not fulfilling for not doing it?
If I don't kill the number that I said I was going to kill, then I take D3 mortal wounds on my Warlord.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, and the Warlord has to be alive. Like, he's the one actually making the promise, so he has to be alive and on the battlefield in order to actually make the number.
Got it.
I am assuming, though, that we are using the Emperor's Children FAQ, which says that if you don't make a promise, then you have promised 0. That did only just come out in the most recent round, but it's also, like, the first ruling we've had on that. But Trev, you can correct me if I'm wrong about that.
Yeah, that's new rule. That's new rule as well. So it would be, if you don't pledge, then you don't have a pledge, so you can't improve it.
Okay, so we are not using the FAQ, which is that if you have not pledged, you've pledged 0. We
right.
Instead
yeah, that came out at the same time that the Votan one did.
Cool.
It's a weird one.
I'm gonna advance.
It's a strange ruling, and I understand it. Like, I guess sort of smooths over the interaction a little bit, but it is a strange ruling to say that not making a pledge is the same as saying that we said 0. Like, that isn't how words work, Gino. I don't know. I kind of miss the days where Games Workshop rulings, like, they're a little incomprehensible this edition. I think largely just to fix stuff. But I do miss kind of miss the days of 8th edition where we could just ignore their rulings because they were pants on head. We had a rule in the server for a while that we just literally wouldn't.
He's off. Okay, he's just right here for contain.
We wouldn't use rules in the FAQ if they directly contradicted established rules elsewhere. My favorite one was an Eldar FAQ. There was an FAQ that said, I believe that if you if you moved outside of the movement phase, then you couldn't move farther that turn, I believe, was the rule. And Eldar had an FAQ that just said exactly the opposite, even though their ability was identical to all of the other effects that did the same thing. So it was like, what are we doing here, guys? Why'd you even write this? It was wild. So gonna try to, I think, play relatively cagey this turn for Sir Spooky. He can grab his contains in the corners really easily. He can even do so from on the objective. Important thing to note, obviously, is that Emperor's Children basically only. I have my top menu open, chat. Let's close that. Let's close that shit down.
Center.
Emperor's Children essentially
The center.
only threaten realistically, like within the sort of 18 to 20 inch band, where they get really dangerous.
Well,
So if he pushes back, he can, if he can clip the tormentors, which he might require some expenditure of resources. The tormentors can get armor of contempt, so we could make it a little bit dicey to actually remove them in one go. But then he'd get a kill, and he can make it difficult for the Emperor's Children to get a kill on turn one.
Not overlapping.
Interesting list on another stream this morning.
13.
Yeah.
World Eaters, Berserker Warband, Triple Defiler, Triple Forge Fiend.
If you want to go even
One against Emperor's Children. That's actually sick.
There then. Thank you.
I'd love to see that.
Hecaton, I want to be exactly 20.
Vehicle World Eaters are my favorite.
Yep.
That's going to be like here.
I'm interested to see, like, the World Eater's Defiler hits super hard, especially in Berserker Warband. It has like a trillion attacks. Those guys will just cleave armor.
This Sagittarius.
The interesting question is,
Far back as possible.
like, if their shooting is actually sort of worth it.
Go. And then these bikes are going to go hide. 12.
There's a helicopter over my house right now, Chad. I don't know if you can hear it.
Works for me.
It's extremely loud.
Cool. All right. Moved. Hasn't moved.
Yeah.
You don't have
Imagine if I just left right now. I was extracted by Navy SEALs.
Maybe think about Savage. I don't think so. I think they just stay where they're at. For assets, etc. All right. Moved.
Yeah, the problem is the
Shooting.
World Eater's Defiler is just like so.
These
It's just AP1, so you're just like throwing saves at your
nothing
opponent
higher than
and
AP1
hoping
over
for the
here?
best.
Nope. Ignores cover. That's
You do ignore cover, so there is a consideration for the Armor of Contempt.
Yeah, I think you definitely Armor of Contempt here.
5, you're going to shoot me with 15 shots. You're hitting on 3s. You're wounding on 2s. You will get 10 hits. You will get 8 wounds. I should expect Ish to survive, but then there's also a bunch of shit coming after that. I'm going to go for the Armor of Contempt here.
I think that's definitely the call.
cool. I'm gonna spend a CP to give him 6.
After rapid ingress.
Sure.
Alright. So 2 damage gun first, hitting on 3s with sustains. Okay, sustain 2.
Yep.
And then wounding on 2s.
Yep.
9 AP, 1 ignores cover.
Yes, so 9 on my save, essentially, because of the Armor of Contempt. Lose 3.
Okay.
No dose. And
Average as fuck. That's an interesting pull. I think that opens them up to the land fortress, but we'll see if they survive the
Sustains.
5 rotary cannons here.
8.
It is a trillion shots.
2s.
Ooh,
Or AP.
can we get them? Average dice says they'll die. Do they come through? The skill's really big right now. Yeah.
nope, they're out of here.
All right. It was definitely worth the effort to try to keep them alive, because if you do keep them alive, then you deny that. You lock the objective and you deny that kill for the turn 1 kill.
The 2 side.
If
Hecaton
if Simon had left these 2 guys over here as his last couple casualties, the land fortress wouldn't have had line of sight to them. I'm not sure that the Sagittar would have. He would have had to lose his content in order to shoot them. So
Twin linked.
that might have been more efficient casualty
3
pulling.
AP, 1
But
ignores cover.
in this case, we're just gonna
So 3 on 3s.
just rock into the Demon Prince and see what we get.
Good.
A strength 7 gun on 3s. And then
Defilers are interesting with Mortarian's Hammer. Yeah, I mean, the Death Guard Defiler data sheet
4
is
AP,
phenomenal.
ignores cover.
And also, Death Guard are phenomenal. Like, I don't know.
So I counted that to 5. I am good.
Cool.
I think basically everything's interesting in Death Guard right now. I don't know if you could pick out a data sheet in that faction that's like bad.
Yep.
It's kind of wild.
And then I will pass to you. And also 1, my counter's 1 for Purge.
Yeah, well, actually, this is turn 1. You just score 4 for Purge.
Let's just
Because
see
you
how many
don't,
get.
you can't kill more in the first turn.
Indeed.
I'll just give myself the 4 there then.
Yeah, exactly. It is, there is, you are by all means on 4.
This is This was a great turn for Sir Spooky. I think he did.
Rhino to the.
He flubbed out a little bit in the shooting over here,
but why is it measuring like that?
It's measuring from the top.
So it's like 20 from tire to tire ish, a little bit more than 20. And then obviously it's exactly 24 from the Demon Prince because we've pre-measured that. And then from my Rhino to your Sagittars 17, and from my Rhino to your Sagittars 16. And you certainly have the ability to go and out-touch stuff, but I think that I do want to send to try and pick up both Sages and potentially the Hackathon. Okay, so I will draw my cards.
Yeah, so the other consideration, I don't know if Simon
it is the first battle round.
Put it down, but I believe that he pledged 2 in battle round 1.
I'm going to mark these
so
warriors.
He is kind of obligated to push really hard here if he wants to get.
The only thing to consider with the 3-man bike is I could embark the Noise Marines in the ride.
If he wants to get
no, I don't have a line
the full pledge out this turn. No, the Jaegers redeployed into Strat Reserve, actually.
That I'm not going to touch these guys with random.
They had placed up here to prevent Tormentors from starting, and then because they were playing Smoke and Mirrors, they popped into Reserve.
We're just going to proceed straight to the movement phase. I can't think of anything there.
So that allowed Simon to scout without penalty, so that's why his Rhinos are so far forward. But it also means that Simon is going to have to work to get his kill on turn 1. Otherwise, the Jaegers do just like randomly die to this army. It's very good at killing those guys.
Which could give me a 15 on 3d6, which I can fully accept. We're going to go for an advance. We're going to go 2 for a total of 9, which means I should have a 6-inch charge at the end of this. Yeah.
Yep.
I am going to walk up the noises into the bus. They are going to go, so on a 7, which is just any advance, they're going to spread out in such a way that they're going to land. Because, like, this guy can go to there, this guy can go to there. This guy should be able to land there. And then the back row can just walk without having to worry about it. So we're just going to normal move it, or sorry, rather, we're going to advance into the Rhino. The Rhino is going to walk up onto the objective. That was Rhino 2.
Yeah, so a cool little piece of technology Emperor's Children will typically use is that because their Rhinos have firing decks, they can kind of use them as threat extension for their Blastmasters. They won't get all the benefits of Blastmasters, but they still will get to shoot. And the Blastmaster profile is really good into these like medium vehicle stuff. It feels like Games Workshop were like, hey guys, Rhinos are really strong, and we're about to release like 4 armies that rely super heavily on Rhinos. Let's release a unit, a relatively inexpensive unit for Emperor's Children that is almost perfectly statted at killing the Rhinos specifically. Because all their guns either wound on 5s or 3s. They all ignore cover and have relatively high AP and damage. So it's like... it's really good. It's really good at fighting Rhinos. Like, it's very funny.
Defensive on this Hackathon other than what it says on the sheet?
I can Armor of Contempt it.
Right.
Yeah, Primaris Marines, yeah, they're like, I guess we have Hellblasters. Our Strength 8 Hellblasters. Womp. They would love some Blastmasters in that faction. Could you imagine Noise Marines in Codex Space Marines? Oh my god.
So
it'd be disgusting.
12.
Big advance roll here. Yeah, pushing for the Hecatan Land Fortress. This is going to be a big hit, too, because the Land Fortress is on the objective. Scary part for Simon is that we're looking for a bunch of, like, relatively average charges, but we only have the 1 reroll, obviously, in the chamber. So there is a chance that he just gets screwed on variants here.
I'll bring their Judgment Token with them.
And then just reloading the Rhinos with Noise Marines. Those Rhinos obviously also have Assault Transport as well, so they're going to be able to advance and...
I think I value getting you on as few primary as I can afford.
Dump out to extend their threat range.
So is to push on turn 1.
Noise Marines and Ultramarine Gladius. Yucky, chats. Ew. Ew. I hate it.
Fairly trivial charge. Obviously, it's 5 guys in the bus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Obviously, they're all OC2, but so am I. So with the Lord, even if you could land all of them on the objective, I will be holding more OC than you will be.
Storm of Fire and Oath. Yeah, +1 to wound on those guys.
Oh,
my
sorry.
god.
I forgot to say one thing in my which is that
it's disgusting. You could also put them in a drop pod. Could you imagine?
Because I have that rule.
Or an impulsor, I guess. And you'd get the full firing deck out the top.
Of Slaanesh.
Oh boy.
Not be shot at by
this is why cross-faction comparison sometimes isn't the greatest tool ever, you know? Some units definitely are not designed to be played outside their home faction.
It's fall.
You oath the target, and then you tech marine the impulsor.
This is
and you're like hitting on 2s, re-rolling +1 to wound, and it's all AP2 multi-damage.
Or like here, in terms of
could you fucking imagine
guys moving up and shooting at me?
Perhaps, let's see.
So,
Dornian Heresy 40k.
This line is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, so I got
Hellblaster Impulsor Party Bus,
pretty easily get on this line.
I mean, the Impulsor is like the only reasonably costed dedicated transport, basically.
Sort of
because it sees occasional play, but it's not spammed.
Like 1 or 2.
Unlike fucking rhinos, rhinos and wave serpents all up in here, dude.
So this shooting lane right here.
Cool. Demon Prince will take an advance.
It is sad that they are only strength 8. If the Hellblaster gun was strength 9, I think that unit would be
it's still like a 12
really way different.
It's still a 10 going that way. So there's nothing where I'm exceptionally tempted. So I will just hang out over here off the objective and off that line.
They could just redeploy.
Keep in mind too, I can always up B downy bikes.
Yeah.
Did you say you had to all be within 6 of the edge?
Just the unit has to be within 6 of the edge.
Oh, the unit just has to be within 6 of the ledge, not wholly within.
Not wholly within. It has to be so all my bikes can go up at the end of your turn.
Huh.
If that changes your commitment, feel free to
probably not tremendously. But that is an interesting thing. I'm gonna think on this briefly, but I suspect what it means is that you do have to at least commit these guys to coming over to here. As we've seen, they can very easily pick up a 5-man unit of goobers, especially with your strategic support, but I can force you into a position at which you need to use the stratagems in order to achieve actually maintaining sort of safety.
It is weird that they have that clause because so many. I guess they restricted that to mounted units when they have an up-down, a strategic reserve up-down.
To sort of work this information.
The requirement that they be near the table edge.
My ability to,
but like infantry never have that, which is always kind of it confuses me because I feel like you could just give pioneers a strategic reserve up-down, but maybe it would be too strong. I don't know.
Which I think I could kind of just do by going to like 9.
Are we engaging in a shooting war with
here under the logic that
with the team? I thought we were gonna shoot the Demon Prince into the Urnkin Pioneers.
It's
like okay,
but if parts
want to, I guess,
because obviously.
So I think the goal. Well, all these units advance and charge, so they can't charge the same thing.
Behind this plate here, such that if you show up over here, you'll have a hard time being able to see the whole.
But at least that Demon Prince is going to be in a pretty strong location.
So let's just quickly see. Okay, this Rhino.
It's good staging from Simon.
We don't have the ability to.
This is also this is a big go turn for Emperor's Children. So Simon's actually incentivized to reveal as much of his army as possible because a lot of it's going to be very difficult for the Votan to engage with, especially given the fact that the units with judgment tokens on them have largely been placed into transports.
Is going to be. I want to.
So they're no longer sort of getting judged. They're not getting the judgment bonus against them.
Guys, and this Rhino is going to want to advance.
And that means that the impetus or the requirement is on the the Votan player to kill not only the stuff that's in front of them, it's about to kill them another turn if they need to. The Lord Exaltants.
Rhino number 1.
But then also the rhinos, and then also the stuff inside the rhinos in order to prevent the beta strike from happening.
Quickly measure to see.
And it doesn't feel like that's about to. So that's
5. And then out, what must be 9? puts me not within 18. Yeah, I think I just needed about a 3 on that to achieve being able to shoot at you with this rhino. But that's fine. So basically, because I know that I cannot make it to a position at which I can see your Hardenkin, it's just going to advance in place. No, that isn't quite true. It's going to advance over to be able to see your Sagittar. So basically, just at any point at which the tire, my tire can see your tire. I'm going to move up this rhino over here, and it is simply going to move essentially along the same line. I'm going to walk my tormentors into my home objective, because whilst you deep striking terminators into my backfield isn't tremendously effective for you, I think it is at least a consideration. And I guess I can take an advance. So basically, I'm just going to ensure that they're within 9 of the edge, and then attempt to screen out your ability to come into my backfield. The Demon Prince in the middle is going to take some kind of an advancing staging move. So he's going to go to a total of 18, and I suspect he is just going to land somewhere over here as threateningly as possible, because you are not going to be able to bring in those Terminators yet to threaten me. And then I believe that I will be shoving these Tormentors into the Rhino if possible. So that's their 7, and then we're going to see if they can make it in on an advance. With a 3, they should be able to get within the circle and be able to board the Rhino, just to be able to slingshot for a future turn. That is Rhino number 2. Okay. After a goodly amount of moving, I believe that it is going to be time to shoot you, which should be a very short phase. What we're going to do is we're going to shoot with the thrill-seeking Rhino. That is the Rhino that advanced. Sorry, that's the one, number 1, that's actually on the thing. We are going to firing deck, of course, both the Blastmasters on the anti-tank profile. So we are hitting on 3s. We are strength 10, so we're going to be wounding, I believe, on 3s. No, 4s. Yep. Take 4. These are -2 ignoring cover and damage 3 apiece.
Ooh, that's a good hit there.
I take 3.
Not bad. And then here comes all
faint guitar riff, indeed. So we've been like on the metal playlist because it's been all chaos recently. I feel like that's appropriate.
No, this is the regular bolter, which hits on 3s and wounds on 6s. No, this is the Havoc launcher, which hits on 3s and wounds again on 6s. It's strict 5. No. Next Rhino Sim is the first, so this is the non-thrill-seeking Rhino because it did not advance. It is not held by the Thrill Seekers rule. Hitting on 3s, winning on 4s.
I wonder if
in the box, please. 2 more.
Simon would have preferred to leave his Exaltant not on this terrain feature here, just in case he accidentally kills this.
All of the shit that's in my pockets.
No, I guess not.
This time 2 on the
doesn't matter if you don't kill the Sagittar.
Take a Devwood.
Sagittar turns out still really hard to kill.
4 on the Bolter. Nothing. D6 on.
Does it have an Iron Storm rocket pod on top?
And on 6s.
I think it does.
Cool. Next, we will proceed to. Do I do a funny play? Wow, we'll save that in the pocket. We will just shoot you with all the shit that's in our pocket on the Lord Exaltant on the Hackathon, just to potentially do a wound on the way in. So it's going to end up being like his uncharged plasma pistol and 4 bolt pistols. So of the 4 bolt pistols, one of them hits on 2s because of the Lords. The other ones hit on 3s. This is a lethal hit because the Lord gives it to his unit. And another wound from the bolt pistols, so 2 wounds altogether to take on your save.
Damn.
Whoops. Good.
Very good. Pistol on 3s, pistol on 5s. Nothing. And then the same over here with these infractors into that Sagittar. So the pistol that hits on 2s is a lethal. The 4 pistols, because in this case the whole unit can see. The hit on 3s. Oh, some more lethals. Using a lot of 6s early. So you'll just have these 3 lethal hits to take onto your Sagittarius save.
These guys are like
Take one.
deadly marksmen with their bolt pistols. Jeez, they went through firing drills before this game.
Kill any of my actually useful melee units with beam shooting. Oakley. So I will now proceed to charge you. From least to most important, let's go. I'd like to charge this Sagittar on a 6 on the left-hand side of my left-hand side of the board. We're in on an 8. The best way to do this is going to end up being touch, prevented from touching, and then stands on the plate. Touch, prevented from touching and stands on the plate. Prevented from touching and stands on the plate. I guess like most of your stuff just ignores cover anyway, so it's not deeply meaningful to stand on the plate, but let's call it best practices.
Yeah.
The funniest possible thing to do here is to charge with the Demon Prince first, to force you into a decision. I think that it is broadly correct. I'm going to go with the Demon Prince. It's a 6. He isn't going to make it. We'll proceed around the horn. The Lord Exultant needs to make it. It's a 5. He's in on a 6. Sorry, I'm doing a bad job of using proper nouns. The Lord Exultant is charging into the hackathon. I touched them and then realized that this is PTS and you can't actually see my hands.
You can though. He's got a big blue hand.
And then the other Lord on the other side is going to have a go into the Sagi. He's in on 6. So again, because you are going to deploy 10 OC out of the bus, if I kill the bus, I need to ensure as best I can. Is there a way? Yes, to turn on the collider.
So these guys must have just walked, I think, because they didn't.
Because of the
they weren't that far away.
So this guy comes around.
Reno is here.
I think
so disembark plus a move.
The objective. Yeah.
So.
Damn. Wow, it's fine. I mean,
otherwise they couldn't have dual charged with the Demon Prince, or attempted a dual charge
onto this objective here. And I believe I am not touching the objective with the wing because I'm on a circle. So I believe it is the case that this does not count. Which is what I guess more importantly, I'm intending to not do it because I don't really want to give you a roaming force and such.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so I've made the charges there. It is time to fight you. I'm just going to fight left to... Well, first I'm going to declare happy birthdays. I'm going to declare Lord Exultant in the middle.
Yay!
The Lord Exultant on the left is going to do it. The Lord Exultant So this Lord Exultant is not going to do it. So I will give him this fun little token. Let's say it's the one that says, I don't know, gain cover. It's the first one that was closest to me. It's just to represent that he is not yet happy birthday. So I'm gonna fight you up here first. No defensive strats, I'm assuming.
Debating armoring up against the Lord here. The other guys are just strength 4 dudes, right?
Correct. Everybody's rerolling ones because they've got the assault interception rules, and the Lord is also +1 AP on Happy Birthday. So he is AP 3, and his Raptor Lash is AP 2.
Okay, yeah, no armor.
No armor. Cool. So the Lord is first.
And infractors are cool Marines, dude.
And then he is strength 7 with Lance, so he'll be winning on 4s, and he'll be rerolling 1s because of his unit rule. No 1s to reroll, but you will have 4 to take. These are -3 damage to a piece.
Alright, he's dead. Do I blow up? I do not. Alright, let's get the boys out.
I'm just going to send to you but I'm assuming you're just going to go 4 away, essentially.
Yeah, as best I can, yeah.
Yep.
Boop.
Yeah, you're on pretty small bases, so it seems pretty achievable. 4.8.
Really the corner one.
4.2.
Can you get the corner guy? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Ankle twisters.
Boop. Alright. Who trips on the way out? One guy, feel no pain on the anti-cover guy. Nope, he dies. Bloop.
Cool. We will proceed to the non-happy birthday lord over here. So he only has 5 attacks with his spear. He hits on 2s with lethals.
I'm gonna
And
armor up that guy.
This is the Armor of Contempt of the Sagittarius.
Yep. Mhm.
Cool. Hitting on 2s and wounding on 4s is the situation at hand. I reroll 1s because of my rule. I reroll. Well, regardless, because you were on the objective is the plan.
Oh yeah, I'm on the objective. Yeah.
Yeah, but regardless, I reroll. But anyway, you have 3 to take. These are minus 2 becomes -1 because of Armor of Contempt.
4 up. I take 4. That 1.
Correct. Here is the Raptor Lash, hitting on 2s and wounding on 6s, but with rerolls because you are on an objective. No, followed by
Ugh.
no. 22 attacks from the
All right,
squad.
boys. We
Four
got to get one
damage,
wounded on this
6.
bad mamma jamma to complete
on
our
3s with
oath,
lethal.
our
So
pledge.
we can put those over there, and then wounding on 6s with a reroll. So altogether, you have 8 to take. They are AP nothing because AP 1 -1.
3 ups.
Ooh, just.
Failed just the 1. All right. Does he blow up?
Exactly killed him.
Let's get the boys out.
Didn't
Might-
even need
I imagine that because
that Lord Exultant amp.
situation.
Oh wait, what's in there? It's special weapons, guys. Doop.
And that is my second kill of the turn, so I have achieved my pledge, but obviously, as previously described, if I happen to lance through this hackathon, then I'll spend the 1 to...
If this Lord Exultant one taps a Hecaton land fortress, I'll eat my hat, chat. Man's got no hit rerolls. He's full rerolling AP3, but it only puts the land fortress to a 5.
Nope, we're good.
Oh, and...
Let's see what we get here.
Oh yeah, I did. I rolled a 5 or something.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
I mean, it only harms me, but, it's one of those things.
Yep.
And of course, Judgment over here. And then over here, we're going to go. Oopsie doodle. And we're going to go. And the aim here is just to touch you as best as we can, but... Yeah, sorry, as I was saying it, I was realizing that I'm actually going to end up piling into this guy, but I think that I can just accept that. So obviously touch, and then touch, such that everybody's swinging. The Lord on his happy birthday is hitting on 2s. With 2 lethals, and wounding on 4s with a reroll.
T12. Oh, strike 7.
Strike 7 with lance, yeah.
Yep.
So nothing on the reroll, but you'll have 5 to take it -3.
5 up. Take 6 damage. 1, 2,
Cool.
3, 4, 5, 6.
And that's, the most of the damage, basically. Here comes the Rapture Lash, hitting on 2s. 1 lethal, wounding on 6s with a reroll. No, so just the 1 at -2.
4 up. Take it.
Yeah.
Damage or one?
Get whipped.
Oh,
1 damage. Boop.
and then this is
Absolutely whipped.
wounding on 6s with a reroll. So you'll have 5 to take at -1.
3s. Take 1 more.
Half killed him.
And then because
Whipped cream fortress.
Yuck,
obviously
I'll
chat.
not spend the CP to increase my pledge because it's not even legally possible. And after all of that, I will
Half killed it and
having
restricted
killed
its
4
movement,
for
so
no
that's
priz
good.
And pitching Mark for Death, end of the fight phase.
And those guys will not have a judgment token on them too, which is
Fractors.
important.
I do get to take a leadership check to see if I pass, if I get a CP. It doesn't super matter because I'm about to get a CP anyway. But I go up to 2 at the end of the fight phase. I pitch no priz. I score no priz, and I also score 4 on primary for having gotten a kill. I pitch Mark for Death. It's a bad card, and then I pass to you. But I am now at 3 CP because obviously I can't gain CP twice.
Ooh, I'm gonna smack you with a Hecaton on 4s.
Oh yeah, by all means.
No worries. Strength 6 on 3s. 2 AP nothings into your
Strength 8. You're on 2s.
fractors. T6. Or sorry, strength. I am strength 8. Holy shit, I am on T.
You only 3 out of 1, so as it turns out, but,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gucci.
My stats are really good. Damn, you're
So
right.
I will, pass to you, having gained to 3. Obviously, I've achieved my pledge, so I'm at 2 in the bank, and I must tell you how many I intend to kill of your guys this turn. To which the answer will be. I think that the answer is going. I want the answer to be 5, but I always want the answer to be 5. So very likely this unit is crippled or dead. Very likely this unit is crippled or dead. This unit has a chance. I think that the answer is going to be that I am going to pledge 3 and be happy for the effort.
So here's a question, chat. So Emperor's
regret
Children are they do tend to be relatively
I
mediocre.
think the reality is that if I
at
kill 3, that I'm just over the moon regardless.
at screening.
So I think that I have pledged.
Is there a universe where you just dump Einhir Hearthguard next to Lucius and trying to burn him before they can gain any more
turn bike situation? I'm
any more pledge points?
Movement if I don't.
The pledge goes down at the start of this battle round, so it will complete regardless of whether or not Lucius is on the battlefield. But
I don't think so.
Yeah, it would prevent him from getting any more.
Safely go up. These guys probably don't want to go up. So I'm gonna shoot this, and then these 6.
If they just like dump basically both units into him, he's a little tanky. 6 wounds,
just
with a feel no pain and high toughness. If we're running plasmas, they're actually pretty well suited to kill him. Oh, they're playing Vulcanite. Yeah, maybe not.
May have trouble.
Oh, there is one plasma unit, but I don't think the single plasma unit's going to kill them. So I think it's maybe not worth it with that judgment tokens. If they had judgment tokens, I think you'd probably go for it.
So I don't think.
Which is honestly maybe a play in the future. Like if you drop 2 judgment on Lucius on turn 1 or whatever, and just let him play around, and he has to play scared the whole game. Because at any point you could just like up down a unit into him and then
jumps these guys.
Laser beam him to death. It really only matters if you kill him this turn, though.
I think
next turn it won't make a difference.
Okay. Alright, spikes stay when they're at command phase. The beginning of my command phase, I'll draw my secondaries, and I will get 3 CP for my detachment roll.
Yep.
Cool. I've got Mark for Death and Secure No Man's Land.
Yeah, they can push to home objective. They can also just like score backline secondaries. Honestly, they probably get like ripped apart by Noise Marines, but I think that's going to happen regardless.
Here, and the third one is going to be Rhino number 1.
Oh, he's marking Lucius?
Oh,
do you go for that, chat? If he's also a marked for death?
Lucius is a 4-up in Lona.
Yes, I have a feel of it.
Interesting.
Any other defensive? You have Armor of Contempt.
Armor of Contempt.
He's thinking about it, Sir Spooky. He's
cool.
He's making some doing some math over here. Lucius is interesting because he's also not like he's not the most important character in the faction or in the army. He's really expensive, but his like actual output's like kind of mediocre. So. It's good, and especially when the coterie buffs are active, he late games really hard.
My CP,
but it's not like if you lose him, you've lost Magnus or something, and suddenly the army falls apart.
I need all 4 of these, so I don't really want to spend the CP. And Securing No Man should be pretty quick.
Oh, Lucius is also fights first.
He's also fights first. Got it.
Yes.
Right. And I'm 13. We already measured that beforehand, so I can definitely get on to that point. These boys to try and secure no man's on this one. What would that look like? I would need like a 3 probably. Alright. 5 shots, he's not judged. 3s, 6s are lethals. 4s, strength 5, or T5, 4s, 3s. Save half. I might be able to kill him. We'll see how it goes. If I drop both Terminator units, I can certainly kill him. You pledged 3 this turn, right? 3?
3, yes.
3, okay. You've got blasters that are coming out, killing both units. The decision. Grenade launchers. Be on 5s. He fights first. He picks up. This one wound. 2s. Alright, he doesn't actually kill my Terminator unit. On average, if I fail the charge, that's 2.
I should also mention, if you're calculating for his ability to fight, he rerolls hits and wounds into characters. Which...
Got it. Okay. And you got precision, so you precision out my dude. Alright. So I have to kill him and shoot.
I mean, you never know. Maybe I'll use the bad weapon. You know.
I need the CP, so I'm gonna keep marked. Alright, let's any battle shocks? No.
Keeping marked. You'd benefit from using Adept.
As the +1 judgment.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, probably. Always good to have a dice calculator on your side, Chet. Adept Roll's not sponsoring this stream. But when we go on Monday, when we talk about best servers of 40k, they'll be on there for sure.
You're gonna kill, and then these boys will probably get killed. See, I don't think I'm giving you the 3. I think you got the 3 regardless. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. We'll get 4 for primary for controlling my home, and then let's go to movement. All right. Cool. Let's get these berserkers out here.
Yep.
So the berserkers are going to be great here. The awkward part is that they really benefit from judgment tokens, like in a huge way. Simon is holding up an interrupt, which he will probably use, I imagine. And so if the
infantry have invulns, right? Besides Lucius?
if the berserks fight into this unit on the Hecaton land, that's fighting the Hecaton land fortress.
Otherwise, that
it is unlikely that they'll do a ton of damage to them. So, but what he also could do is he could charge a unit on the side here and engage not the Lord Exultant to force the Lord Exultant to hit the land fortress if it interrupts. And that's actually kind of a free fight.
Cool. Let me see what this looks like if I get the champion out. If I get him out.
Oh yeah, an impact hit from the champion would be good here too.
As long as you're not within 1.
Got it. Alright. So yeah, he'll get out there. Move 5.
Sure.
And Berserk's number 3. I want to swing at the guys right in front of them, so let's go get these Berserks out. The process we're doing here. So Berserks into these guys, Pikes into these guys, Boys into these guys, Hecaton, and Champ into him. What is the line I would need from the Hecaton? Something like that.
Tile says Keys of Votan, does it? Oh, it does.
Like, is that even possible? Because you have a guy there.
Kegels of Votan over here. Falling back the land forts. We don't have a lot of space for it, unfortunately. That's definitely inside engagement range there, yeah. He's like, please, get me off this objective. I don't want to be on the objective anymore.
Do we not fall back? We just shoot normal? I think we want to fall back. Yeah. What's another angle I could take on this guy? Is that just the angle? I think that might just be the angle.
It was not intentional. It's just that the L and the K are next to each other on the
I gotta
keyboard.
get in that little
And then
pocket.
I hit the wrong one.
Yeah. Can I re-finagle these berserks? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Let me, because they're blocking my hecaton from sitting on this thingy. Let me see. So I could get a shot. I think if I sat like this.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, and I guess you just back out and come out this way. To avoid crossing over the infractors, which you're presently doing.
Yeah. Maybe I can pivot. It's like a 6. And then something like this. Yeah. Like that.
Sure. It's a pretty skinny angle, but I think you've got it, yeah.
Alright, let me adjust my berserks here. Let me get out. Out of the way of the hecaton. Yeah, let's get back. Cool. And yeah, it's like 2. Only within inch outside your guy. That's 4. I'm not on top of anybody, right? Alright, cool. That works. Spend a CP to fall back, shooting
Yep.
charge with Hecaton. These guys we want to hide a little bit. So let's scooch that.
So these berserks actually just going for the rhino over here? That's fascinating. So we're going to try to see if the full power Hecaton Land Fortress can flip the Demon Prince. The Einherjar champion does damage in the charge phase and fight phase because he's a mass hammer.
Bolter guy.
So he could potentially knock the Demon Prince and flip him and then kill him in the charge phase or in the fight phase. An interesting little sort of idiosyncrasy with that that mechanism, by the way, is that when the Einherjar champion charges and impacts,
Update.
Transports. If he kills the Demon Prince, it flips and bounces out of engagement.
Got out, right?
Which means he's no longer eligible to fight because he's not engaged. Which also means he's no longer eligible to interrupt. So that's actually just a free attack from the champion.
I got stuck on the Hecaton thing. They're just going to be an inch from your dudes.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Wherever the Hecaton body was like right here.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can see pretty much where
it
used to be. You could even just
the champion himself,
the spare one,
can still pile
so
it.
completely achievable,
but the demon
just
can't.
Get out that walk.
So if the demon dies to the impact attack in the charge phase, he's not eligible to interrupt.
Cool.
So he can't activate and pile into the champion. He has to wait until the champion piles into him, which means he automatically gets hit by the mass hammer again.
All right.
So we're fighting into an armor of contempt plus an interrupt on Simon's side because he has a 3 CP remaining
for demonstration, not for like. If it turned out that you were 0.9, I'm not that fussed about it.
So he has a lot of there's like we have to be able to play around that.
So you might have to go slightly wide.
That interrupts.
Yeah. All right. So let's go like this.
Excuse me.
6.
Yep.
It depends a lot on where the shooting goes, though, where that first combat activation ends up.
Cool.
The thing you always have to keep in mind about Emperor's Children, and it may herald some changes to the faction in the near future too, is that like
those guys will get out.
This feels like it was kind of a decent, it was an okay Alpha Strike, and then like now we're gonna see how the Beta Strike goes or whatever. But there's still 3 Noise Marine units in this Emperor's Children army, and we're probably not even killing the second Demon Prince, and that guy's good for a couple units himself. So if the interrupt goes well here, and Sir Spooky like doesn't clip Exultant Squad, He kills a Demon Prince, maybe kills 1 or 2 Exultant squads, but then he has to deal with 18 Noise Marines, Lurk Cacophonous, Demon Prince, and Lucius, all sitting in the back here. There's also, I believe, a Tormentor squad in Strategic Reserve.
This side looks good. Let's move the bikes.
No, it is inside a transport. So there's like so much extra beef remaining in here, and it's not amazing at shooting the heavy armor, but it will eventually get there.
Let's go. Yeah, let's do some redundancy. This. This. All right. These guys will advance.
Mhm.
1. I do have the 1 assault weapon. All right, let's move the bikes. Go these bikes. So how does this look? I need to like visualize it. So across that line. Yeah. All right, I just need to make sure that.
Yeah, that basically geometry works.
Yeah. Just make sure I'm not on top of my own dudes.
Yep.
It'll do that. So let's go like that. So he has to be poking out. Alright. And then 6-man bike. So I won't get 1 guy in.
Wondering if you could do it with the magic of pivots, like if you could just get the nose onto there, basically.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, it seems achievable.
There we go.
Yeah, I think you're good.
I'm in trouble being precise.
Yeah, I mean, we know where you're planning to be. You have 12 inches of movement. I'm not too fussed about it.
Cool.
Is there any range consideration here?
Just
So basically, it'll be the so you'll be shooting the good thing, just not the shotgun.
Yeah, just not. I think like maybe 1 or no shotguns probably. Oh yeah,
this guy's
1
shotgun. Yeah, just
yeah.
the 1,
This
and then
thing-
obviously the second unit, or
No.
the 3-man unit, let's say.
All right. Let's go right to left. Zerks, Pioneers, these guys, Sagittar. Always got out. I didn't get my advance on that. That's okay. Champ, these guys. All right, let's go deep strikes. Oh, I do have Jaegers too. Forgot that I put those back.
Oh yeah, the smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
The mirror was so smoky, you even smoked yourself.
I got extra Jaegers. Free Jaegers.
Yep.
All right. Go.
Oh, are we going for
far away from
Lucius,
as
chat?
we can. 18 on the dot.
12.
Oh no, sorry, 12 on the dot.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm the. There's the 12 circle basically. And then what I could do for you is I could give you so. The white circle is your 9. The purple circle is your 12. And then obviously this is the tormentors.
Cool. I'll pop these guys in here. I'll keep the other ones in deep strike still.
Okay, one
Just
squad's
the
down.
one
squad's in
unit.
deep strike. And these are all AP3.
AP3 at plasmas.
Yep.
All right.
I don't know if that'll do it,
It'll
chat.
blow up.
They're better plasmas.
Yeah,
All right.
The whole
You don't have
idea-
any ingresses, right? No.
that's correct.
All right. Let's go to shooting.
Go for it.
All right. Let's go.
I don't know if 5 plasma shots
I
is
don't
what we
think I
need here.
sustains into these guys. They're double judged.
With no judgment tokens active?
So I'll shoot my Terminators into Lucius.
Yep.
I'll give him sustained hits 1.
Sure.
Alright, so plasmas first. Hitting on 3s, lethals on 6s, and sustains on lethals. Alright.
Well, that was a good roll.
2 lethals, 2 sustains. Cool. Strength 8 on 3s.
Oh, not
Alright,
great.
so it'll be 4 on your invul.
Or on the invuln. And this is the end of it? Well, like they have like
no.
a little funny
Yeah,
funny
like
gun.
some funky guns, yeah.
Yeah. So if I want to think about CP rerolling, here's where I'd think about it. Well, I'm going to take 6. I don't want to take 6.
Ooh.
CP reroll.
Oh, it might happen. Oh my god.
Those 6, 4.
He's down to 2.
So,
Five
yeah,
And we're about to fire 5 grenade launchers and a
Five
Vulcanite.
shots, 17.
I think Lucius might die here, chat.
On 3s, 6s are sustained and lethal.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh, that wasn't the greatest roll ever.
lethal. And then on 5, strength 4.
Yep.
Oh!
3 on your 2
3.
up.
Yep. 3 on the 2 up. Oops, in the box. I take 1 of the 1. I take 1.
Okay. and
He's
then
down to
roll
1. Not like
same
this,
thing.
chat.
Cool. Okay.
Do we roll a devastate?
Strength 5, so 4, 6 are devastating.
Cool.
Alright, 2 on your invuln.
Am I
Or sorry, not your invuln, it's on your save.
I
no. 2
2
on your
used.
Yeah.
Good.
And he lives on 1.
Sweet.
Yeah, I should have dropped the second
Alright.
unit. I think I would have confirmed it.
Um,
The 2 lethal sustains off of the plasma shots there were so spiky.
Alright, let's go to...
Problem now is that if they charge, Lucius just full rerolls back into them. There's a pretty reasonable chance he just picks up 5 Hearthguard. It's not super like guaranteed, but it could do a ton of damage there.
Go ahead.
Alright. 2 damage gun first on 3s because you're judged. And then strength 7.
If they had a champ and they could impact, that actually would be sick.
4 AP1s ignores cover.
Yep. It'll be Goobers until it's Sergeant, until it's Lord. Sorry, AP1 ignore cover, so it's 2 dead.
Okay. And high loss rotary.
Yep.
1 sustained. Strength 6 on 3s.
Yep.
Alright, 4 more AP1 ignores cover.
4 more AP1 ignores cover on 4s. 1 each, right?
Yep.
Cool, so I'll lose another guy.
Okay, and shotguns. Shotguns on 3s. Strength 5 on 3s.
Yep.
1 AP0.
1 AP0 is 3s. I will take it.
1 damage.
So I've got 1.5 guys plus Lord.
Alright. These Zerks will shoot their mole launcher at those infractors, I guess.
Sure.
1d6 plus 1 plus blast.
Yep.
For 3. And then hitting
It says
on-
D6 here.
They get 1 extra attack for the mole launcher model.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, just looking at the yellow script.
Oh yeah, and the yellow scribe it doesn't show. It doesn't show on the mall either.
Yeah, it's an ability.
He attacks 4.
Cool.
That's a weird one.
Go ahead.
We talked about that on stream a while ago.
Nothing.
Correct.
It doesn't specify what attacks characteristic the Ironkin assistant
You have
buffs.
2 dudes, 2 dorks, and some guys still. So let's go.
So it buffs all their attacks, including their ranged
I'll
weapons, which is
I looked
on that
at
model.
These guys.
When you equip him with a mole launcher, he gets the Ironkin assistant, which puts him on a big base, gives him a wound, and improves the attacks characteristics of his weapons.
No, he does.
So
Yes, he has a bolter.
he gets +1.
That's a violation of the Geneva Convention, but he does have a.
All right, 2, and then strength 4, force.
Yeah, 1
1 AP nothing.
on 3s on the wounded guy. He's good.
Cool. And then the first special weapon, the auto rifle within rapid fire, 3s. Then strength 6 on 3s, nothing.
Cool.
And then the big gun on 4s, nothing. Cool. All right. Yeah, I'll shoot this mole launcher into these guys. 1d6 plus 1 plus blast.
Yep. So 6.
6 on 4s. Strength 5 on 3s. 1 AP1.
Yes. Nobody's in cover. No, they are not. So it's just a 3 up on a goober. Nope, he takes a wound.
Cool. Are they slowed? They are slowed. So -2 to their...
Suspect that they will be slowed to 0 very soon. Okay, there we go.
Can't move if you're dead.
Alright, let's shoot Hecaton into your Demon Prince. Inside
You are
12,
within.
so sustains on 6s. Hitting on 3, sustains on 6s for the conversion.
Not bad.
Convert for...
Oh man, 2 shots, 5 hits,
10
chat.
plus
Look
1,
at
2.
that.
So 2s.
2s?
I'm only T9.
4 AP2s ignores cover.
Sure.
Ouchie.
Force. Pretty rough. 3 apiece, right?
4 apiece.
But -1.
Oh, -1 damage, yes. 3 apiece.
Yeah.
So he's at 1.
Okay. And then strength 6 gun.
Oh man, I think we just flip him here, chat.
Strength 6 plus 1.
If you left him on 1, that might actually be the best case
Alright,
scenario
3
here.
more AP1s ignores cover.
On 3s.
But either way,
Good.
Okay.
looks like this guy's gonna
Stun gun.
gonna flip pretty shortly.
Sustains 3s, 4s. 3 more AP1s ignores cover.
On 3s. Good again.
Cool. Sagittar will shoot. Let's see if I pick him up with the bolter guy first. He might roll a 1. So let's do my champion first.
Sure.
Bolters on 2s. And then would be 6s down to 5s. So 1 AP nothing.
2 up.
Oh, the bolter
explode?
flips him.
Nope.
Then see if he gets.
Good
is that-
job,
that's
little
like-
buddy.
Right.
Yeah.
Pew 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 pew.
So,
Okay. Cool.
That's amazing.
All right. Sagittar will shoot this demon prince.
sure.
Let's go big
Is there a
guns.
line between these? Like, basically, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
There's a line there.
Let me hide
Yeah.
this. Ew, this is kind of blocking the. View.
Yeah, what I was trying to figure out is if this and this point overlap, but they're
Yeah.
non-orthogonal, so I think that you're good. Yeah, go on.
All right. Cool. Yeah, we'll shoot. Do I want to shoot everything into this guy, or do I want to split into these dudes? So the more infractors I can pick up, the closer I can get to your lord. It's AP1, and you're gonna have cover. So yeah, I'll do the big guns into the demon prince, and then the 2 damage guns into your infractors.
Oh, does this thing not have the searchlight?
Nah.
Look, if you told me it did, I'd be like, yep, that makes sense.
You're like, I feel like they all have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, force because you're not judged. And he's not
Yep.
on the point. And then strength 12, 3s.
Yep.
1 AP3.
What
4
AP3 is a 6 up?
into
Nope.
your demon prince.
Oh, sorry, it's a
Big gun.
well, a 1 fails regardless.
All right, 3
Sorry,
damage.
I thought you decided to end up shooting back here. So 3 goes to 2.
These random incidental
And,
shooting into the
D6
demon
gun.
princes is always really
Forward,
important
yeah.
because it
Okay,
reduces
let you
the number of mortal wounds they deal when they charge.
2 damage guns.
So anytime you can flip these random mid impact
Sure,
attacks
I'll
into
shoot
them
these guys
and
into your
just reduce their
factors.
wounds count,
Yep.
it's huge. Even if you're not killing them, it's still going to be valuable.
On 4s.
Which I think is something some people
Strength
forget.
4.
Even if a demon prince is on 1 wound, it's actually its damage output compared to a
I
healthy
think I've got a
demon prince
wounded
is
guy on 3.
phenomenally low.
One of them is dead, and I did in fact have a wounded guy. So one's dead, one's up 1.
All right, let's go. 6-man bikes into infractors.
Yep. I think this is AOC. In fact, I'm certain that this is AOC.
Cool. Hitting on, they're double judged because of this thingy.
Yep.
On 3s. And then strength 7 plus 1 wound 2s. So 12, 8, 3 ups.
Yep, 12 3-ups. Geez, that's pretty low. But I will lose the squad.
And then the next gun,
Which one's the next gun? I thought that they could only. Oh, they had the shotgun.
rotaries. Yeah, the rotary cannons.
Oh yeah, the extra guns. Yep.
All right, sustains. Strength 6 plus 1 to wound 2s. All right, 9 more AP1 ignores cover.
On 3s, take 1.
Okay, just 1
Down
damage.
4.
And I had 1 shotgun guy that was in range.
Yep.
Shotgun guy on 3s. Strength 5 plus 1 to wound on 2s. 1 more AP nothing.
3s. Nope. Take another one.
Okay. All right, and then the 3-man bikes. 2 damage gun.
Yep.
On 3s and 2s. 3s. 2s. 5 AP1s ignores cover.
Yep. So 5 on 4-ups. No, he's out of here.
All right. So shot. And then my boys in the back almost got him. Didn't quite get Lucius. All right. Cool. Go to the charge phase. So if you're-
Before charge phase, I got to see if I'm standing up. On
Yep.
6, I do. On this many wounds, just 1.
All right. Also, I need to keep track of my dude. How many units did I kill so far? 2.
2 plus the Prince
Three.
the first time for 3.
Okay. Rotational value 3 here. Okay. All right. Charges. 5-man berserks into this squad.
Yep.
In there. lagging, so it's kind of dragging my mouse all over the place. There we go. Okay. 5-man berserks into this squad.
Okay, they're right on the 6.
Ugh, lagging pretty bad here. Alright. Cool. They're all gonna go around here. Okay. Considering that good time, not sure. Let's do a champion to this guy first. Your demon prince. Cool. We're in there before. Alright, and then mortal wounds on the charge. Nothing. Yeah, Hackathon is a question. Yeah, well, let's start in the back first, though. That's a humongous charge. It's a 10-inch charge.
I mean, you could have put that. You could call it a 9 because you like.
I could have, but yeah, I just wasn't thinking it. Now that I know how much wounds you have, it's kind of not fair. So I appreciate it, but I'll roll a 10. Yeah. There was the 9.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right, so we fail there, and then yeah, I really want to secure this, so let's get a Hecaton in there too.
Sure.
All right, 9.
Super in.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just these wacky little
lines there.
rocks here.
All right, he'll tank shock you.
Yep.
All right,
I'll take 4.
mortals.
So basically, you'll kill this guy. So 1, 2, 3, and 4.
It should be everything. All right, let's go fights. You have 1 CP remaining, right? Yep. Okay.
Correct.
Cool. Secure. All right. Sweet. Let's start just bottom then the top. So we'll start the berserks and these guys. 16 attacks. You're judged, so on 3s.
Mhm.
And then strength 9, so on 2s.
On 2s, yep.
All right,
So
12
12.
AP2s.
AP2s. So I'm just gonna roll them in order because it's 5s until it's 4s.
Okay.
So the first 2 guys are dead. It's just 2 guys, right?
Yeah.
1 guy, 2 guys, and then yeah, pretty sure the Lord is dead. In fact, we could just count this up. Yeah, he takes like 100.
All right.
Actually, he only takes 10, but that is enough.
That's 2 more kills. So bring this up to 5.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, and then these berserks will swing into the middle guys here. 16 attacks. They're not judged, so on 4s and 2s.
Mhm.
4s, 2s. All right, 9 AP2s.
AP2s. So we'll just go ordered again, and yeah, it's yes. Well, I mean, in as far as that you do 8 damage, so it isn't even valuable to reroll. Oh, no, wait, I am miscounting the number of guys I have. I lose 2, and then I
3 damage apiece, just as a heads up.
Oh, these are 3 apiece. Yeah, so rerolling doesn't do anything, but you needed the tank shocks. There you go.
There you go. Right. This is on 6. 6 plus 1 more, 7. Okay. All right. Champ will swing on 2s and 2s. So you're double judged. 2s and 2s. 2s and 2s. All right. 2 AP2s into the Demon Prince.
Yep, 2 4-ups. Strong consideration for a CP here. Yeah, I think that I do. Good.
Okay, you're good.
Yep.
All right. And that's all my fights. You can fight me back with the Demon Prince.
Yep. So I will use the strike profile. Do you have an inv?
4 up in one.
I think I still want the strike profile. So 6 attacks hitting on 2s rolling 1s because of where I am in the pact, and wounding on surely 2s. Actually, I'm only strength 8. You are T6, so it's going to be 3s rolling 1s. Sorry, not rerolling once. I'm only at 2 in the pack. So you have 3 to take. AP2 damage 3.
All right. 4. We're good.
Pretty good.
All right. That should be it. I didn't get it in there. I didn't quite make it there. So it's gonna be 2 for secure, and then I'll pitch mark for death for CP.
Yep.
2. Pitch this. Let's grab a CP for death. Cool. I'll pass to you.
So command phase, going from left to right on the long edge. We've got Lucius to take a battle shock. He's on a 6. He's good, and the Demon Prince is on a 6. He is bad. Where is the battle shock? Otherwise, we are Gucci. I will draw my cards. I think I actually draw my cards before battle shock, but Storm Defend. Scene. So the stormable objective is the middle and your home, and then defend is obviously my home because that's what defend stronghold is. Okie dokie. I will proceed to movement. So a lot of fairly simple decisions to make. Do the Berserks have?
So huge turn for Sir
Any
Spooky
light on that
here.
situation?
Didn't
Yeah,
end up clipping
Yeah,
out the
I would
Demon
call
Prince. That was really
so basically we're gonna
unfortunate.
run up. We're going to shoot them to death. We're going to try.
I'm also
on
curious. I'm interested
stuff
that
that's
he
behind.
chose to discard Marked for Death because I think
And I think I want to send Tormentors to the middle.
not that I think he could score it potentially, and maybe it would have been bad, but he has another chance
And I'm
at
gonna
Lucius.
send Lucy to go.
I don't know if Lucius can really hide
Terminator
from
hunting.
the second Terminator unit.
Up in one because of
And if then
he
he keeps up that March for Death, he could
wound if the strength is higher.
set up an Overwatch for him.
What I am going to do is then. So yeah, 1 unit of noises has to come this way. 1 unit of noises, I suspect, wants to go off this way to be able to deal with these guys. 1 unit of noises, I suspect. What's a 3rd unit of noise want to do? They may just try and take out this Ein here. He stands back at full wounds, he said, right?
He does, yep. On a 2-up.
Yep. Yeah, the issue is being able to two-phase him, which is going to be slightly awkward. Okay, so bearing in mind that I'm going to have to two-phase him, that's achievable. So I am going to spit out my Tormentors, heading towards the middle. We'll take an advance here for an 11. Oh, sorry, I picked up your Sagittar by accident, but he was there. So the Rhino 2 is going to spit out its Noise Marines. How greedy do I want to be with the split fire here? I think the answer is very greedy. It is the god of excess, after all. You're supposed to be a bit of excessive.
You also got 4 on primary. I'll go ahead and give that to you.
Oh, yeah. Yes, because we hold the same amount of objectives.
Yeah.
Noise is going to take an advance. They'll go 6. Well, sorry, they will go 8. So the aim here is that we can see your fire. We're within range of this, and we have the shortest possible charge to the Harkins, which is an 8. Because I suspect that as much as I don't particularly want to be in combat with you, you don't particularly want to be in combat with me. The next thing that we are going to do is going to be to find that angle there. Oh, the Demon Prince, the unwounded one is going, or the fewer wounded one is going to advance. He's going to go a total of 17. So he'll just go up to clear the wall on a 3, and then 14 forward, just to give himself a short charge to both units.
Wait, is this on him? No, it was on the other guys. You're good.
Yes, that was the infractors there. Rhino 3 wants to spit out guys. Does it? Yeah, I suspect I want to take out that unit of berserks now that they've shown themselves, because I don't want to particularly deal with that happening again. Although, do I try to just pop the iron here? But I suspect we're getting out regardless. So yeah, we're gonna go this way. Is the truth. Don't know why I just rolled 2d6. It's an advance. Those are famously 1. Let's try 4. So this is Rhino number 3. So a 4 is a 10. Don't love that as much as I could, because we're gonna end up doing a design here. And it's a 2-up. There's no trickery or anything.
Nope.
For stand up.
Mm-hmm.
At
the end of the phase.
Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna have to multi-phase it, but that just sort of is what it is. So the question is, can I find a cheeky angle to the berserks? But I think that the answer is gonna be no. So I don't want to drive myself crazy looking for it. And then the other question is if I want to try and undercommit to him, but I suspect that the answer is no. I feel like that's the kind of guy where he trolls you if you undercommitted to him. The Rhino is going to come towards the middle. I have 1 CP presently. Rhino's going to come towards the middle and just be an inch off of the Einhir champ. Lucius is going to go for an advance. He is going to go 14. Nothing in here is particularly scary to Overwatch, right? Other than like weight of fire.
Just rate of fire. I mean, the Hecaton has sustains on 2 of his weapons.
Yeah, but I mean the Hecaton is pretty limited in his ability to see, right?
Yep.
So I think I'm just going to run 14 up and just give myself as short a charge as possible. This 2 judgment belongs to the Demon Prince, just to clarify out the battlefield in the middle.
Lucius had judgments. Oh no, you did not have judgments. So you're good.
That's correct. Yeah.
I'm debating overwatching Lucius. Yeah, fuck it. Let me ball. Let's go. All right. So overwatch with Hecaton.
Sure.
All right. Big gun first. 6s are sustained. Nope. The next sustained gun. Okay, 1 sustained. Strength 6 on 3's twin linked. Alright, so 2 AP, 1 ignores cover into Lucius.
Giving it
3 ups.
an Overwatch from the
Good.
Land Fortress.
Okay, and strength 7 gun.
It's
Sixes,
wild.
strength 7, 3s. 1 more AP, 1 ignores cover.
Yep, 3 up. Reroll. Good.
Cool. Alright, that's it.
Well, burned out all the
And
CP.
I will.
That's something.
Walk the noises because I suspect that they need to be out of the bus.
The kill there would have been pretty big, though.
They're going to go Terminator hunting. The deal was that the Terminators have the 5 up in VUD 1 being led. Sorry, I think I've already asked that, but
By the call specifically, yep.
Yeah.
So my other unit doesn't have an invul.
yeah, but I mean, sort of, they're not presently involved in the game.
In the situation. Yep.
And then the Tormentors on my home field are going to advance because they want to try and put that Melta gun within Melta range. So is this presently... Well, actually, or most importantly, let's just move the one guy who matters. So he is not going to be within range of the call, which I believe... Does he care? I don't remember how this works for his Melta rule. Because if I believe that it's only to the unit that I care about for being within Melta range. That is, I don't think that I actually have to be within 6 of the call if I precision him to get the Melta
I'm actually
benefit.
not sure. I don't have the answer, to be honest. Yeah.
because it's
I
a
think it's still
I'm
the
targeting
unit, yeah.
I'm targeting a unit within half the weapons range.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm just gonna be wherever the hell I need to be, 5.9 away, and then we'll use the super extendo meltagun. Precision is kind of goofy. And then this guy's just gonna come 10 just in case I do end up having to care, essentially. And then this Tormentor is going to go there. And then finally, I'm just going to pop up the deployment zone. So the Rhino is going to go. Yeah, so the Rhino can come up 12 to reform the 9-inch to the back. Well, actually, it's going to have to advance because it presently is not. Presently, it is allowing a 9-inch deep strike. But any advance should do it. There's a 2. Cool. This Rhino is happy where it is. Everybody else is happy where they are. So I will proceed to shoot you. The shooting is as follows. So the Cacophonist unit is going to split fire the Blastmasters at the Hecaton and all of their anti-personnel fire at the Berserks. So I'll start with the character himself. He has 6 attacks. He hits on 2s, rerolling 1s because of where I am in the tracker. He does have sustained hits, so that is going to be 1 extra. He's wounding on 5s because he's strict 5. Wait, no, are you T5?
T5.
Then 4s. So you will have 5 to take at AP1, ignore cover.
Okay, no save. How much damage each?
2 apiece.
2 apiece. Okay, I'm going to take them on the big guy first.
Yep.
Into Feel No Pain. Alright, big guy dies. Next guy dies.
That the guy after that dies,
The
basically.
guy after that dies, yep.
Yeah. The guys who are not the Cacophonist, because the Sergeant's pistol can be included with the rest of them, because the only difference between the pistol and the other guns is the range. We will be scoring 6 hits so far, and then we will be winning on 4s, rolling 1s. So I have 4 wounds through. You have 2 guys to take them. Yeah, I think I can accept that. So 4 wounds through is AP1, ignore cover.
Cover.
And again,
Okay.
damage 2.
Damage 2. Alright. Feel No Pain. 1 guy on 1.
No, 4 wounds.
Oh, 4. Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Alright, you got him. Boop.
Yeah. And then the 2 Blastmasters and the Hecaton, I didn't mention, but obviously I'm shooting at a tank. I'm using the anti-tank profile.
Mhm.
Something that at some point somebody's going to call me out on it, you know? Hitting on 3s, rolling 1s. I will flip a 3 to a 6 using the Cacophonous enhancement because he has sustained hits 1. Winning on 5s, rolling 1s. Altogether, you will be taking 2 at AP2, ignoring cover.
Okay, 4 ups.
Yep.
Take 1. 3 damage.
3 damage. Yeah.
Alright.
Continuing down, we're going to go with the Tormentors. The Tormentors are all going to shoot up at... sorry. Do you mind if I rewind real quick? I forgot to fall back this Demon Prince.
No, go for it. Just make sure you take your Desperate Escape.
Yes, I will be taking a Desperate Escape. Obviously, I don't have the information from over here, but what I do have is the knowledge that the best place for this guy to be...
No, wait, don't move. Hold on, don't move yet. I also didn't get a chance to ingress. Sorry.
Oh yes, sorry.
We went right into shooting.
So
Yeah.
first I will move before you ingress because this
Yep.
is still movement phase.
Mhm.
So my movement is going to be that I want to go this way, but I can only fall back, so I can't go that way. So I suspect... Where does this guy want to go? I guess since I'm falling back anyway, I want to go off this way. And now I will take my Desperate Escape, which is a 3 up to live, which I pass.
Alright.
So now take your ingress, and then
Drop
we'll
the
continue.
poison.
Obviously, if you don't ingress in a position at which these noise marines can shoot them, but I suspect you would not.
Alright, let's see. Where are we going? Do have these noise marines, so I want to be offline with these guys. It's probably going to be like 9 inches from your Demon Prince this way. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's broken yellow scribe, but yay. Oh, like that.
Yeah. So I don't want to get shot by the noise marines in case you end up having extra shots.
Yes, you are currently visible to like 2, but one of them is the guy with the pistol, so you don't actually have to respect him. He only has a 12-inch range.
Does that look good there?
Yeah. I mean, consider that like that's the line there. You could be seen by the pistol guy, but again, he's the pistol guy. Oops,
Yeah.
I've overclicked. There we go. Back to me. Okay. So with all of that in mind, I will now proceed to go again top to bottom. So it's going to be the Tormies are all going to shoot at the Sagittar. I'm going to shoot the 2 regular bolters into the Harnkin. And I will be overcharging both the plasma guns here. So we will be hitting on 3s with the melta gun, rerolling 1s, and then we will be wounding on 5s because we're strength 9. Nope. The 3 plasma weapons, because the pistols and the gun are the same profile, hitting on 3s, and wounding on 5s. Just 1, AP minus 3, damage 2 on your Sag.
6, take 2.
Cool. Do I explode? One of them does, it's the gun. There he is. And then the 2 bolters into your goobers on 3s, and then on 3s. Please take 3.
The middle dudes?
Yeah, the little dude's in the middle.
4 ups.
Oh, actually, are you T4 or are you T3?
I'm T5.
Oh my god, you're T5. Never mind, you only have 1 to take.
Okay.
I was about to say. I was like,
Yeah,
hold up.
sorry, go ahead.
No,
Bolters wounded literally nothing in this army on 3s.
The Chaos Rhino is going to go because he has only taken a normal. He is going to go into the Harnkin, hitting on 4s. Sorry, this is the Combi Bolter first. Hitting on 4s, take a dev. The regular bolter hits on 3s, wounds on 5s. Oops, sorry, rerolling 1s because of where I am in the pack track. Wounding on 5s. Just 2 wounds.
any AP? No.
Nope.
Havoc. All right.
Oh, it's the regular bolter.
Okay.
And then
Right.
the Havoc, and there is still a floating dev wound off of the Combi Bolter. Or Combi Weapon, sorry.
All right.
And then we've got the 3. This is the Havoc. It hits on 3s. It wounds on 4s because it's strength 5. 2 wounds.
Next other guy.
Down 1. Coming around the horn, we are going to go Noise Marines into the Ein here. So the 12 regulars hit on 3s, rerolling 1s. Oh, and because I should say this in advance, it's going to be the anti-tank profile as well for the guns. Their anti-infantry one is strength 6, AP 2, damage 1, so like it does. There is an argument for it sometimes, but yeah. I have distracted myself. My last roll had a 1 in it, so I will be re-rolling the 1 to hit, and then I will be proceeding to try and wound you. Your T6, I have strength 5. I'm going to be wounding you on 6s. Or sorry, on 5s, is what I mean to say. Please take 3. These are AP 1, ignore and cover. Damage 2.
Yep.
Take
Take
4.
4. I'm at 1.
Yep. And then the anti-tank guns. Everybody's hitting. We're wounding on 3s, we're rolling 1s. Sorry, we're not rerolling 1s. I'm lying to you. I only have 2 packed. So it is only 4 to take.
AP?
2 ignore and cover.
4 ups. All right. I die. Do I get back up at the end of the phase? I will.
Yeah. So heal back to 5, basically.
Yep.
Oakley. The noises are going to shoot at your. That is not true. We're going to shoot with the tormentors first into your dudes. And I will again overcharge the plasma weaponry. The melta gun first. It's what matters. Hits on 3s. Nope. And then the plasma guns hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. Surely at strength 8. So just 1, I will allocate it to a Einhir Hearthguard.
All right. And then they're -1 to win if your strength is higher. I don't know if that matters. It didn't matter on that one.
Yeah, correct. Yes, it does.
Yep. All right. AP3, you said?
AP3 damage 2, yep.
All right. 5 up. Kill the guy. Bloop.
Cool. Do I explode in return? No. And then noises are going to all go into these guys. On a 5-up invuln, I think that I'm still incentivized to go AP -2 damage to 3 instead of AP minus AP -2 damage 1, but with twice as many shots. So 12 shots on 3s, rerolling 1s, and then on 5s because you're T6. So 3 to take here, AP -1, damage 2.
3 ups, lose a guy.
Cool. And then 6 gives me 3s into 4s because, as you said, yeah, I think I should have got you with the wider spectrum. 2 -2, damage 3.
Force. We're good.
Very cool. Seating around the horn is going to be the Demon Prince is going to shoot at the Harnkin who are immediately adjacent to him. And I think that is the end of my shooting. Oh, I guess I still have this Demon Prince to shoot. I guess he would shoot at these Berserks because I can fall back and shoot. So this will be the Demon Prince into the bikes, hitting on 2s and wounding strength 5.
T6.
T6. Cool. 5s. 2 wounds, -1.
How much damage each?
2 apiece.
Alright, I'll take him on a 3 wound bike.
Yep.
5 up. Alright, dies. Where is he? Heal.
Cool. And then the other Demon Prince shooting at the Berserks, hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s. Strength 5. So force. So you'll have 2 damage 2s to take at -1.
Take him on a 3 wound guy first. And 2s, feel no pains. He'll die.
Cool. Alrighty then. I will proceed to charge you. So, the charges. Well, I have no CP. I have not killed a unit with a battle line unit, so I just have no CP. Cool. Yeah, because I didn't quite get these guys. So it's going to be a 3-inch charge from the tormentors into the middle. Or no, sorry, you do charge mortals if you heroic. So I want to go Lucius first at the 9 here to prevent you from charge mortaling me. On 11, I am in. The next is going to be, but I guess I have to respect the there. Next is going to be the tormentors coming in. They need a 3. They're in on an 8. The Demon Prince is going to charge the Berserks.
You just gotta wiggle this guy a little bit. This one tormentor.
Because of I mean, he could just presumably to either here. Let's say. On a 7, my Demon Prince is going to slam your Berserks. I think that there's a reasonable argument to just go here on the off chance.
It's a little dangerous. Those Berserks do fight on death.
4 up, do 1 mortal on the charge. I will not. My Demon Prince
that will likely
to charge
clip that Prince as well.
These 2 units, the 6-man and the 3-man. He is in on a 10.
Especially with 2 Judgment Tokens on it.
And here. And then, actually, since he's rolled a lot, he will land there. I will do my charge mortals to the... So you can fall back and charge with either unit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to do my charge mortals to these guys.
Okay.
Because you're both engaged, so it's the least likely to accidentally cut my way out of combat.
And you're at 8 wounds.
Oh, you are correct. Let me try that again. 6.
All right. So
something can't change the past. Something. Jesus Christ.
The Noise Marines are going to charge into your Hearthkin who are inside of this ruin here. They're going to go on a 7. So we're just going to try and ensure that we are obviously...
So this is a pretty effective crackback by Emperor's Children.
Then following that we are...
The Noise Marines are committed.
Actually, I think this guy can go on.
The big question remains whether or not
we have as many OC on
the Votan has what it takes to sort of crack back into him.
I guess I'm charging my Rhino into your Harnkin, or to your champion over there on a 5, just because why would I ever not? I'll take this 8 from my noises into your bikes. Not on a 5. I don't suspect that I win this idiot fight between these guys and the call. Between the Tormentors, that is, even though the Obsessionist has, like, a slightly decent weapon. So I think that I'm going to hang out over there.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal that these guys kind of tank that shooting as well. They do have a good weapon at trading shots with the Noise Marines.
The charges.
So they might actually be able to clean this flank a little bit. We'll see what they can do next turn.
Fight top to bottom, I suppose. So we'll go Demon Prince first. He'll be going off of the sweep profile, I suspect, because I don't respect your 2-up save, or your 2-up, your 6-up save. We will be hitting on 2s, real, and 1s. And we will be wounding on 3s. So altogether, you will have 8 saves to take.
Okay, how much damage each?
1 apiece. AP
One
nothing.
apiece. AP nothing. Other AP nothing?
Correct.
Alright, so 6s.
Yeah,
All right.
Not bad.
And Feel Nose. Go one of my guys.
What are you guys
Save
looking
one
basically?
wounds. Yeah, so one guy lives.
Oh, sorry.
Two guys.
Two guys live.
Yeah. Bloop, bloop, and then he'll take 1. Fight on death. They're both fight on death. Let's go ahead and resolve that. You're done with attacking with the Demon Prince, right?
Correct. Yeah, you could go ahead and do all your part.
Alright, I'll just swing them all then.
Yep.
So 12. Double Judge, so 3s and 3s. Strength 9, so 3s.
Yep.
3s. Alright, so 6 AP2s.
Yep. 6 on 4s. Nope. Don't explode. Nope.
It's out of the way. And then
All right. Well, there's one Demon Prince done for,
Into the middle.
dealt with.
Let's start with Sarge because he's most likely to actually do the job. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 5s. Just 1. AP -1.
into the middle guy.
Yeah, the 1 hard kid in the middle.
5-0. He's good.
Cool. And then the remaining guys are 3 attacks each, total of 9 attacks. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, and wounding on 5s. 4 at AP nothing.
4 ups. You got it.
Promote one of those men to sergeant. I will pile onto to touch your Sagittar. Lucy into the your Heinker. He is going to be going with the Blade of the Lair here. We'll be hitting on 2s rerolling and wounding on 3s rerolling. Six to take, AP3 damage 3.
Alright. 4 ups.
Don't worry, little champion, you'll be fine.
I too will pile.
He was not fun.
The Sagittar, because why would I not? And then the Rhino will activate simply to pile towards the middle. Down the bottom, we will go with the Noise Marines over here. The Sergeant has a different profile, but the 15 regular Marines have hit on 3s.
He does hit hard. Against characters,
Then
specifically,
on
he does
5s.
hit it pretty hard. Especially once his like critical effects start to come on, thanks to Coterie. He late games like an absolute
4
genius.
up. Alright, kills one of my dorks.
Yep.
Oh wait, I have a meta pack in there. Feel no pain. We're good.
There you go. And then the Sergeant hitting on 3s and wounding on 4s. He's strength 5. Yeah, he is strength 5, so he will be wounding on 4s, but not on 1s and 3s. Over to here, the Demon Prince is going to split his attacks. I'm going to go 2 into the unit of 1 and 4 into the other unit with on the strike profile each. 2 into the unit of 1, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s, and strength 8, so we'll be wounding on 3s. 1 to take at -2.
Okay, 6. You got him.
And then 4 attacks going the other way are hitting on 2s and wounding on 3s. 3 to take.
6s. 2 damage each.
-2. 3 damage each.
3 damage each. I'm going to take them on the 4 wound models.
Yep.
Alright,
Kills
so
the 4 wound.
Yep. Boop.
Yep. And then we are locked in combat. Then that's all of my fighting.
All right, fight you back.
Yep.
Sagittarius and Lucius.
Ooh, let's get him. Kill it. Run him over the truck.
Because I messed up my hackathon last time. All right, 3 attacks, strength 6. All right, hitting on 3s because you're judged.
Yep.
Strength 6, 3s. AP nothing into Lucius.
Only one. No.
I got some dorks to fight you with. Thane does not. Okay, they all have close combats, so 5 attacks. You're double judged. It's hitting on 3s. Strength 4 plus 1 to wound 3s. 2 AP nothing.
4s. I'm T5.
You're
But
T5. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
either way. 2 on 3s. Take a wood.
Take 1. And then the bikes will pile in.
Yeah, Noise Marines, it was something in the lore because they're like, there's a bit of demon in them, so they're like not quite possessed, so they're not T6, but they're not,
Got you. Just the 4 bikes can attack you.
Yeah.
So it's
They got that. It's that 40 mil base. They use that 40 mil base as a shield.
Because you killed them in 1 bike. So 3s.
Please, sir.
And 6s.
Don't hit me.
1 AP nothing into the Demon Prince.
Deal 2 up. Good to go.
Alright. Swung everywhere back, right? Alright.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
You have certainly killed more than I have killed, but I believe that I have killed. Oh, let's actually count the kills. Yeah, because I killed the goober twice and the unit in the middle, so I've killed at least 3.
Yeah.
So I've definitely got 5 in the bag. But I believe that you killed more because you killed like 7.
Yeah.
So I will.
Man,
to
what a slobber knocker of a
sort
game
hostile
here.
Objective defend is an interesting proposition because your Ein here are going to be able to walk. They could just walk 5, right?
Yeah.
I think the Votan are in an okay spot here.
They can walk. They can.
There might be a demon prince running around. I don't know if they have the beef to clear that, but it feels like they're probably going to knock
this objective
2-ish Noise Marine squads, or they could potentially knock 2-ish Noise Marine squads.
From my tormentors having a unit. I'm not going to gain a CP from my tormentors having.
And as well as Lucius.
I think I've
and potentially the stuff in the middle as well. So
than I am by holding it. So I'm going to pitch.
I think they might be looking okay.
And I passed to you.
I don't want to speak too soon. That Demon Prince is going to be problematic, but
Phase, actually, no. Bikes.
Clearing the Noise Marines would be huge here.
Do these bikes want to go up? Hackathon and bikes want to shoot these guys. So I'm probably good where I'm at. But if I get like behind enemy lines, I could put bikes here and then shoot from that angle instead. So yeah, let's pick these bikes up. Cool. Alright, cool. The other bikes can't go up because they're engaged. Alright. Yep. Command phase, let's draw secondaries. Behind enemy lines and sabotage.
Oh my.
Sabo.
Well, that's interesting.
Is very doable.
So you could attempt a 6-point Sabo with the Hearth Guard, but they have to eat around a shooting from.
Question is
the from the Noise Marines.
Let me see. Actually, can I sabotage with some Jaegers?
Moving and shooting with that unit would be so powerful here, though, because you could fire into the Noise Marines. They're max judgmented. You do a ton of damage. Then you charge, clip the Tormentors, and hopefully take that home objective.
Well, so you could just go into this one, right?
I suppose so. Well, like you're not.
Oh, but the Jaegers are still in reserve. We're considering with the Jaegers.
And then
all right. Fair enough.
Everybody's on the board presently.
They shouldn't either right now.
A heck a ton of shooting onto the Demon Prince. Maybe it's got
packed is 2, by the way.
It's gonna have a tough time getting line of sight. I guess it's got to just shuffle this way. Maybe it's fine. But I have a sneaking suspicion a lot of its shooting has to go into the Noise Marines. It's also damaged right now. It's down to 5 wounds.
Yeah, so bikes want to shoot these.
So I'm not sure how excited it is in to be.
Yeah.
Keep.
All right.
To be shooting at big damage reducing monsters. The other thing too is that if it moves right now, it could get overwatched. This is the Lord Cacophonous squad, so he has another 6 flip in the chamber.
Middle here.
And then he could
battle shocks.
Potentially put enough damage from the Blast Masters into the Land Fortress on Overwatch that he could kill it. Especially with the Battle Shock, yeah.
These Berserkers are good.
Aaron Yeager.
And that's it. Right?
Indeed.
Yeah, that's everybody. Alright. Cool. I'll get 4 for primary, my home objective. Then we'll go to move. Alright.
And a 6 on sabotage here would be so big.
Okay, so
His leaks of Votan are already ahead.
yeah, we want bikes and Hecaton to shoot that. I'm just gonna pre-place my bikes just to see what it looks like.
Yep.
Make sure it's possible.
Oh, and we picked up the bikes on the side here.
I might have to spin him sideways.
Because they're not shooting at the Noise Marines, though. And they are good at shooting at Noise Marines.
9, inside of 24, inside of... inside 24. Okay, so it is possible. And then we want Hecaton would go here to see these guys, or I could go this way. Yeah, rerolls to 1s for hits and wounds, right?
Yep.
And sustain and lethal and melee.
Correct.
Okay.
Also, that unit can flip a 6.
Got it. Alright. Definitely interesting scenario. Satchar can just stay in combat and shoot. Lucius. I don't think that's gonna be enough to kill Lucius though. Might have to fall back. Berserks can try and get in on these boys. Yeah, I think he has to fall back. There's 2. I can't shoot everything here. 3-man bikes can shoot this. These guys can all shoot the center, and then Hecaton can try and shoot these guys. Being the chonky lad that he is, and then I can spend the CP to fall back, shoot these guys, which wouldn't be terrible into your Noise Marines. That's probably what we're gonna do. Then Jaegers will sabotage here. These guys will move up, shoot, charge. Cool. Alright, I think I know what we're doing. So let's do this end first. We'll move 5. So an inch on that guy. 5. 5. Nicole could go here. Cool. And then Zerks move up 5. I don't want to block my Sagittar. Let's move Sagittar back first. Fall back. Go to here. Now the Berserks will move up 5. Okay. These guys will move up their little 5. Clear him? No. Wait, can I clear him if I move this way? No. So behind here.
Movement 5's a real struggle, eh?
Oh yeah, we're slow.
Got some buddies who are playing Death Card, and same deal.
Chunky monkeys, man. Alright, Lucius is on this, so I can see him with everybody. The warriors. Let me make sure I can shoot these guys. Let's go. Hoo. I want to be within half range for the auto rifle, so within 12 of the. Where's the cacophonist here? Okay, so that's pretty easy. Let's go like this. Within 12. Yep. All right. It's time to start thinking about bolter shots. Ugh. Like, whoever can see, can see. I'm not too worried about it. All right, moved. Bikes will fall back. They've got fly. So we'll just fly up, away from your demon prince, but still seeing noise marines. Gotta get my other guys room to fall back. This. Let's get back. Cool. Alright. These boys will fall back. See what kind of slickness we can do here. Well, I should probably start from the back guy, right?
Yeah, the back guy's gonna have a pretty hard time, honestly, without taking desperate.
Here. Just to make it more visible. Where's the thingy at?
Yeah, so it looks like you'll have actually this guy's presently off.
Yeah, he's off.
Yeah.
Alright. I don't think I'm gonna be able to
You're also inside over here.
That's not gonna work. Let's just go backwards. Also, I'm not getting anybody on there, so not going to work. It's getting pretty rough. Sorry. Ah, shit. Hold on. It's getting pretty bad.
Just because of, I mean, if you wanted to move some of these bikes, like, such that you're giving yourself landing space.
There we go. Oh, this guy can go here, I think.
So is it just me, or is there like 3 frames per second right now?
It is. Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty.
Yeah. Right now you're still in, but you can again
I got more movement still. I can just scoot them. Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go. I just had to keep dropping them from the 3 frames. All right. Cool. We made it. We did it.
Yep.
All right. Sweet. Bop. Hecaton is going to go. Tough one, man. These guys should be able to pick up that. And Lucius. I think we need the Hecaton. 3-man bikes is not going to do a lot against this. It will pick up a lot, but not everything. Do have some extra guys here. I can give them sustains. Ugh. Yeah, I think we're good where we're at. Yeah, the line's still there for the middle. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just hang out here. Okay. Reserves. Bikes will pop in. Jaegers. Doesn't matter, so they'll all be touching it, I guess. Ugh. Cool. Alright, that should be it. Alright, let's go to shooting. Okay. First things first, let's do bikes into these guys.
Yes. Those guys are going to be my armor of contempt.
Alright. Cool. We're going to give them sustains.
Okay.
Alright. Cool. Hitting on 3s because you're a judge.
Yep.
Strength 2 damage gun. Boom. Strength 7 on 3s. Alright. 6 3-ups.
6 3-ups. Pretty bad. What else is going to be shooting this turn? We've got a bunch of that's the end of their shooting.
It's got just this. I got one more gun here. This high loss rotary cannon.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take my flip to a 6 right now.
Okay.
So I'll take 3.
All right.
Which is still pretty bad, but not, it's better than it was.
All right, and the rotary 3s sustains. Strength 6.
So 3s.
3s. Okay. 6 3-ups.
6 3-ups. Let's see something better than last time. Still pretty dog shit. Yeah. Holy crap. Okay, well, at least I armor contempted.
Alright, let's shoot the boys into them.
Yep.
we'll go with the bolters first. Yep. 2 bolters.
Mhm.
Okay, on 3s. Strength 4, so 5s.
Okay.
4 AP 0s.
Okay.
Jesus. Alright.
Yeah, well, it's a dice game.
Yikes.
The auto rifle on 3s.
Yeah, I think we could stick these guys around a little bit longer.
Yeah,
But
Force, sure.
yeah, that is
No,
brutal.
the unit was still, sorry, yeah, the T5. I keep thinking because he's in Terminator armor, but also there was still a unit there. So 3 to AP1 is on 3s. Buddy.
Jesus.
Okay.
Alright.
Your 5-shot
And then,
thing.
Woof.
Off.
4 up. Nope. Alright. Cool. Then these bolters, whatever can see, because I knew you were gonna. These were gonna kind of move around a little bit. Probably just like the front 2 or 3 guys.
Mhm.
Front 3 guys. Alright. So 6 bolters on 3s and 5s.
Yep.
3s, 5s, 3 AP nothings.
3 2-ups. Good.
You're good. Alright. Alright. Let's go. Terminators into. They're going to shoot the blast weapons, then Tormentors, and they're going to shoot the Disintegrators into Lucius.
Okay.
Alright, and everybody's. No, Lucius is only a single Judsk, he's not on the point. So, alright, so let's do Lucius first. So, 15 shots from the Disintegrators and the Bolter. So, Disintegrators first, on 2s into Lucius. Okay, and then Strength 5, so on 4s into Lucius. Okay, so.
Well, the 3.
Can we get him finally? Lucius, go away. All right.
And then the blast weapons, 5d6 plus 5.
No, there's only 4 of them.
Oh,
What'll kill
40,
himself.
so no blasts then.
Yep.
Just 21. 21. Okay, hitting on 2s. And then 4 strength and plus 1 to wound, so 3s.
Yep.
Okay, alright, it's 10 3-ups.
And 3-ups.
Oh my god, these saves are horrible.
What? I will leave one of the ones who's on the point.
3 guys, your space.
Right. I'll move on down the line into the Hecaton. Hecaton will shoot his big guns into the Rhino. He'll shoot his. I'm just going to shoot the big guns in the Rhino, then all the little ones in the Tormentor.
Can he still see the guy?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's this. It's
You have
this
a very
line here.
skinny line. That's
Yeah. It's the same line we had from before here.
yeah, but
I didn't move.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like there's a, because you can't see through the ruin.
So I'm just losing the line we already had sitting there. I didn't move the Rhino or I didn't move the Hecaton or anything. So I'm just using the exact one that we already had. All right, let's shoot him.
Sure.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
like
still-
I'm pretty sure he's got it.
it's a single model versus you'd be previously shooting it to like other units. But if it's there, it's there.
Yeah, it's this
Sure.
this line. Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Sure.
Same line. All right, let's go. All the 2 damage ones into
The line itself doesn't really matter. I don't know what that line is drawing an angle to.
2 damage first.
But,
6 strength with.
he does have a different line from the edge of the gun onto the edge of that guy's base.
Wait,
Is
I'm
it still hitting on 3s? It's
No, I'm hitting on 4s. Yep. So I did get 2 sustains, as I am bracketed.
Sure.
Good catch. And then strength 6 would be on 2s, re-rolling, twin linked. Alright, so 6 AP1s ignores cover in the Tormentor.
Sure. On 4s. Nope.
Okay. Alright, and then the Rhino is within 12, so hitting on 4s, but sustains are on 6s.
And you're hitting on 4s because I'm still +1 even though I don't have a token. That's the deal?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
Sorry, I couldn't remember how this mechanic worked.
strength 10 into its toughness 9 on 3s.
Yep.
Nothing. Okay. Alright, shot, moving down the line. Okay, bikes will shoot everything into these noise marines.
Mhm.
Strength 2 guns first, or damage 2 guns first. They're double judged. Hitting on 3s.
Yeah. Do some math and you get the line. Yeah.
Strength 7 plus 1 to wound.
What is the exact degree of that
10
angle?
AP1s ignores cover.
Yep. 10 4-ups. Yep. So I'll lose 5.
And then the rotary cannons on top. I have only one because I lost a guy. Let's go back and do that. 6 attacks on 3s. Okay, strength 6 and +1 to wound 2s. 4 more AP, 1 ignores cover.
Sure. 4 on 4s. Lose 1.
Okay, 1 wound. And then all the shotguns are in range. 10 shotguns on 3s. Strength 5 and +1 to wound, so 3s. 3 AP, 0s ignores cover.
Yep, on 3s. Good.
You're good. Alright, cool. Alright. Then we've got these guys here. They'll shoot their plasmas into your noise marines. Actually, sorry, they're shooting everything into your noise marines.
Sure.
So we'll start with the plasmas. I've got 3 plasmas. Hitting on 2s because you're judged. 6s are lethal. Okay, unlethal. Strength 8 +1 to wound. 2s. Alright, so 2 AP 3s.
2 6-ups. Okay.
Okay. And then the 3d6 +3 for the rocket launchers. 13 +3 is 16. Hitting on 2s, 6s are lethal. Strength 4, so would be 5s down to 4s. Okay, 5 AP nothings.
Yep. On 3s. Lose 1.
Okay. And then the disintegrator from the call. 2s, 1 lethal. Strength 5 +1 to wound. 3s. This is 1 devastating. So 1 save for 0 and 1 dev.
Good. Take 1.
Cool. Alright. Shot, 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 shot. Fell back. Shot. Sabotaging with the Jaegers.
Yep.
Alright, let's charge. Okay, we'll go Zerks into your Rhino. Need an 8. Double check that. 8. Too many dice everywhere. Oh, let me count my kills first before I go further. So 1, 2, 3, 3.
Sure.
3. Okay. Cool. All right. Berserk's into the Rhino. In there with an 8.
Yep.
Okay. Hearthguard into the Rhino. Need a 10. Rerolling built in from the champion. 8. 8. Okay. The bike's into your noise marine. I need a 4. I need a 3. Sorry. Okay, I'm in there.
We see an intervention here, maybe.
Okay. Charged. Failed. Let's cacophonous is melee like. Close combat. All right, the boys into the cacophonous need a 9.
Sure.
We're in
Good.
there.
Ooh, look at them go. They're so fast, so furious.
Okay. And then the Terminators into your Tormentors. All right.
Oh, these charges are huge. Pretty reasonable chance that they knock. I guess they'll knock Emperor's Children to a
0.7.
5 or to a 4 on primary here.
Facing.
Almost got all the objectives back.
Can just go
A
straight.
little low on time, but I think most of the attrition has been done. I don't know if I foresee Emperor's Children coming back from this one, chat. They can clip out their backline, but then they're left with literally just Rhinos and a Demon Prince.
Let's just start bottom.
And that's enough to score, but I don't think it's enough to score after a 13-point deficit.
Sure.
Close combat weapons, 4 of them. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. Strength 4.
Yep.
1 AP.
Just 1 wound. On a 2.
This has been a really good showcase, I think, of defensive play from Votan here. Obviously, I think that this mission does tend to hurt.
Okay, 6 attacks. Hitting on 3s because you're judge 1 from this.
It does tend to hurt the
Force. 2 AP2s.
Emperor's Children a little bit. They're good at
3,
killing,
2,
but they
6,
also
5.
have a lot of units, so they're good at being killed as well.
Okay, take 2.
So the defensive play definitely helps quite a
3.
bit.
We'll pile in the bikes.
But also, it's been There's not a lot left for our Emperor's Children friends here. I wonder if I would have taken that intervention.
Sorry.
You get mortal wounds in,
I'm base to base.
and you if you get a big number and you do enough damage, because you just need to do 4 mortal wounds to clip this guy. You could potentially clip the 3 wounders and then pile to the objective if you roll big enough to get over here. Which I guess.
Yeah, you're on top of your guy though.
Yeah, I wouldn't give you hold more.
Can't make it
It
there.
doesn't matter. Just kidding. We need that guy to go south, I think.
Cool. I should be like touching like this. All right, whatever. It just keeps putting me on top. All right, bikes 2 plasma knives. 4 attacks. You're double judged on 3s. And then
Rastlin with the resub. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Nothing. Okay. All right, then we'll consolidate. Not base to base.
Oh, I should have. Doesn't matter.
Go here. Go here. I actually must base with this guy.
Has this guy gotten closer as well? Because this guy was not here before.
Let's go back. Yep.
It doesn't super matter. It's going to be 1-to-1 on the objective.
Yeah.
But no, I completely
I have
got
to do it
by
right.
forgetting to heroically intervene here.
Oh,
It's all good.
it's all good. Yeah. All right, I'm base to base here. Okay.
Sure.
It keeps moving.
Yep. Yep.
Group. Cool. And then this guy will go like that. All right. Cool. All right. Terminator's already all in there. You have a 3-up save with Tormentors. Okay. I'll give my Terminators +1 AP.
Sure.
Since you judge 1. All right. What do I have over here? Power Fists. 1. Okay. 2 Power Fists.
Sure.
4 attacks on 2s. 6s are lethals. Okay. 1 lethal. Strength 9. So on 3s.
2s. I rolled the T5 or T4.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right. So 3 AP 3s.
3 AP3s and 6s. Nope. I will lose 3. And I will pull out of combat.
Okay. Hammer Bro is going to swing. 3 attacks on 3s. Just 1 lethal for AP2.
Sure. So 5. Nope. Gonna lose the plasma guy. Or sorry, I'm actually gonna lose the obsessionist.
Okay. And then the call will swing on 2s. 6s are lethal. Okay. Strength 8, I think, or 9 on his gauntlet. All right. 1 AP3.
Cool. On his next. Nope. He's out of here.
All right. We'll consolidate into the Rhino. Actually, I think we're all on the point. We'll just stay here.
Sure.
All right. You can crack me back with your your Northern Marine here and your Obsession or Cacophonist. And your Rhino. You have a lot of stuff. Go ahead.
3 attacks from the guy. Hits on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Wounds on 5s. Sorry, the 6 was a sustained and lethal, so there's a lethal up here somewhere. So, and then with the reroll 1s because of the pact, you'll have 2 to take on your save on the bikes.
Bikes. 4-ups. Good.
Cool. And then the Rhino in the middle has 3 attacks. He's hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s, of course. So I have 1 sustained lethal. And then I am going to be wounding on, I think, 3s. So 2 to take. This is the Berserks in the middle.
Yep. AP0. 6s. 1 damage each. Feel no pains. Okay. Kills my guy. And then wounds this guy.
Yep. And then down the bottom. No, sorry. You didn't charge the Rhino, so it's just the Cacophonist up the top, who has 6 attacks. He hits on 2s, rerolling 1s. So the sustained and lethal. And then I am strength 4, I believe. So I believe I'll be on 5s. Rerolling 1s, of course. So 4 altogether at no AP.
4-ups.
Kill them all. That'd be funny.
All right. And then Metapack. So I succeeded on 2. Metapack on 2. All right. Kills 2 guys. So lose the high loss. I lose the Metapack. If I'm within 2 still. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Let's count up the kills just so I don't forget. So 1, 2, 3 for Lucius,
4 for the squad.
4 for the squad, and that should be it. So I'm at 4.
Sure.
Cool. All right. I'll get 4 for behind enemy lines.
Yep.
And then we're ongoing sabotage. Go ahead.
Cool. So I will draw my cards. Sabotage and call. Surely you have no call.
Nope, no call.
Sabotage assassination. Yeah, right. They're life cards. So. The sabotage is going to be actually quite difficult. I suspect that that's going to become a CP, but I think overall my game plan is just to hound you down to your side of the board and then win at the end of the game on primary. I will score 4 for what's it called for holding 1. Then I will begin to do battle shocks. Cacophonist is good. Rhinos are both good. The one Noise Marine needs a 6. He is good, and everybody else is good. Oakley. I will move my Demon Prince. Yeah. Just got tired. Forgot to heroic it, but that was just game losing to not do it. But we'll see what happens. I suspect that these guys are going to need some kind of an advance to just get into the Rhino to be able to shoot the guys on your home field, or my home field rather. So I will just let's measure this out. So to get to here, it's going to be like a 9. The only other thing is, what if I just do this and bring the Rhino closer? Because as long as it has a tire and it can see, and also that allows me to put 2 OC on there in case you lose a couple guys, which would mean that I would be able to make it in on any advance. Cool. They're going to make an advance. They're in. I go 7. That's 7, and ending within.
Yeah, not a great set of draws here, chat, for sure.
Yeah. So in the bus they go. I think that's right.
You could
Right
kill the Hearthguard
yeah.
potentially with the
Rhino
Blastmasters if you get
on
really
this
lucky.
objective wants to drive this way,
But it requires almost
I
perfect
don't
conversion.
Pioneers moving any further. The Rhino or the Cacophonist is going to fall back. He's going to go 2. He's going to go 4.
Could do an epic challenge on the Demon Prince. Yeah.
To achieve. So, well, he definitely needs to come 2 regardless. So he's just going to go 4 like this. I suspect.
He's probably the best chance of getting assassination.
Blap it.
He's also really your only sabotager potentially. So,
funnily, this Rhino here,
I don't know.
there's a reasonable argument for not falling it back because then it becomes unable to shoot the Berserk directly in front of it. But I think that is not broadly correct. I think that instead I want to charge into this Sagittar to make you.
It feels to me like I think Spooky is just too far ahead on. He's ahead on material and points, which is really not where you want to be.
So it's going to
feel
be
like he's probably in a good spot to roll
just
this
be able
out
to see
a big dub.
the Berserk over there. As it turns out, I'm getting off the objective, but I can just accept that.
Thank you for the follow, Seaborn.
This Rhino
Welcome in.
is going to, I think, just fall back 12, and then be able to see a Jaeger. Okie dokie. I will proceed to shooting. So the Demon Prince is going to shoot at the unit that's adjacent to him, the bikers there. Hitting on 2s with his gun, strength 5, so wounding on 4s. So just 1 wound.
AP2?
AP1.
AP1.
And you have the benefit of coverage early.
Alright.
On anyone that you care to take.
4 up. Fails. Take 2 damage off of... I guess I have to take on a guy with cover, so this guy.
Yeah, I mean, you know. Rhino's going to shoot everything into the unit of over here. It is going to be shooting the Blastmasters on the loud profile, the damage 3. I am going to go, or no, I think I actually want to go wide because of the -1 to wound, actually. Yeah, I think I want to go wide. So I'm going to go 12 shots here, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. Rerolled 1s because, of course, it continues to be a unit that is in my army. Wounding on 4s. Rerolling.
It continues to be a unit in my
So
army.
altogether, that is 5.
It hasn't left yet. We haven't sent it away.
The Hermes.
Yeah, these dudes.
All right, -2 a cover. They ignore cover, so
They
4
ignore
ups.
Correct.
All right, kills the
Very
guy.
good. And then the combi weapon there is going to go 2 shots on 4s, rerolling. And then devs on 4s, rerolling. 2 devs.
2 damage each.
1 damage each.
1 damage each.
2
All right,
1
fix
damage
it.
devs. Yeah.
Um,
The bolter hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. And wounding on 5s, rerolling 1s. 2 wounds, just on your save.
We're good.
Yep. And then D6, because you weren't hit blast to begin with. 2 shots off the Havoc, hitting on 3s and wounding on 4s. Just 1. Again, on your save.
It froze. Take 1.
Yeah, just 1.
Hey.
The Noise Marine is going to attempt to finish off the Berserk. He's going to go with the 6 shot, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. And wounding on 3s, because it's against strength 6. Take 3 just on your field open.
5, he's dead.
Cool. The Cacophonous is going to shoot at the home field goobers over there.
Okay.
He is hitting on 2s. He is no longer sustained. He's still able to flip a 6. I think I'll save the flip a 6. And then he'll be winning on 4s because he's strength 5. So I think I'll flip a 6 here. So altogether you will have 3 to take at AP -1 damage 2.
Okay. Does it ignore cover?
Yes, it does.
Okay, 5s. All right, kills 3 boys. 1,
Cool.
2, 3.
I will throw half of a grenade at you for nothing. And then I will proceed to. Oh, and the Rhino is going to shoot the Jaegers. Not that it particularly matters. It's out of range for the half range, so this is its combi weapon, which misses. Its bolters, which hit, and then surely again on 5s, so just 1.
5 up. Good.
Yep. And then D6 and blast from the thing, so 5 altogether, hitting on 3.
Jim Wand in a food coma. Hope you had a good
Of course.
party over there, man.
Just 1.
It's been a wild game.
I think
Emperor's Children played hyper aggressively into Votan, and I think Votan.
But either way,
Votan.
I wasn't sure which rank.
They did the Rock and Stone
sorry, it was this one.
and have
This Rhino is
basically just stonewalled this entire Emperor's Children army
guys, I didn't even thought.
right now, looking almost
Um,
certainly like Votan are going to take the dub here. They've attritioned down
Hit.
Emperor's Children to basically 1 Demon Prince
Bolter.
and their transports, and there's a couple of Noise Marines in this Rhino and a Lord Cacophonous hanging out here.
Blast from the other 3.
But the rest of the army has basically been wiped out,
Edward
and
Force.
that's like basically that's essentially all they have to work with right
2
now.
wounds. This one is from the one from which you would not have.
Picks up the guy.
You'll still be able to get your sabotage though. Okie dokie. So I will proceed to charge you. I will be charging with the Demon Prince into the Harnkins. He's certainly in. On an 8. I suspect that here I'm within range of that guy over there.
Yeah.
So I'll just go over here.
Yep.
I will attempt to do as many as 6 mortals on the charge. But using 8 dice. I'm lagging. 5.
Dang.
5. Had a wounded guy. Takes 1. 4, 5.
Cool. Just want to ensure that. Yeah, doesn't super matter. I think it's actually broadly fine for me to hold 1 and you to hold 1. Okie doke. So this is bottom of 3, right?
Yeah.
Sure it was. Yeah. Rhino's going to charge into the goobs. The guys on my home field over there. It's a 4 to straight line, but it's not a 4 because so this is a 3. Am I within 3.9 presently? Because that was a 3, and then this would be a 3.
You're in there.
Cool.
Yep.
I'll spend the CP to tank shock.
Mhm.
Mostly just to try and tie you up, but you never know. On 5s. Take 4.
Kills him. He's at 1.
Oh, no. Oh, he was only at 1. Yes, cool.
Yep.
And then I will charge the Rhino into the Harn kid there. What is this within 1 of both?
I can put a little bubble here for you.
So if I make like a 3, I could hit both on the old
Sure.
Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, I think you're in there.
Sure. Let's have a look. On a 3.
Oh boy!
Very in there.
Look at him go.
But because of the nature of it, like basically it just has to be this. Because to make the legal charge.
Yep.
Um
And what's the rule of the action? If I don't, I like.
If you
lose?
pilot, you're fine. Yeah,
Okay, if I pilot, I'm
is explicitly removed from the list of movements you can't do.
Got it.
And then I guess the Kako is going to charge the Harn, or the land fort just to be a pain in the butt because he can't charge back where he was. A 4, I suspect, is out. Yeah, it is. Do I ever reroll that? I think I might. Is the very fucked up thing. I think I will for CP. No, not to a 3. Okay. Coming around the horn, we are going to go Demon Prince into the bikes. 6 attacks. We are hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s with sustained and lethal. And we are wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. Oh, I'm presupposing no
Yeah, no
scratch
armor.
or anything. Cool.
Yeah.
6 -2s on your bikes.
6s. Do I have a wounded guy? Okay, on the wounded guy. It doesn't matter. They're 2 damage each. So.
Yeah.
All right. So
Kill-
kills a guy, kills a
Kill.
guy, and then he'll
kills
go.
4. Right? Because it's damage 3 piece.
Oh, they're 3 apiece. Yeah. I'm super
Yes.
dead. Yeah, I'm super dead. Good.
A 3 can't get me onto the objective. That's fine. Oh, do you mind if I charge this noise meridian
No.
to these guys? I just
No, go
realized that's a legal move.
Yeah.
Although, hold on. No.
They might kill you.
Well, it's more about your ability to pile onto the objective.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't want you to be holding 2. Yeah, I think it's actually a losing move to Drew. Or, like, there's a potential of you going this way. Rhino will activate. Let's see it. World's bravest bus. Hitting on force, rerolling 1s. A lethal and a sustained.
Ooh. Oh.
Strength 6, I'm sure I'm on force. No, I'm on
You're on grease. Yep.
hilarious. I'm rerolling 1s because of the way that it is. You have 2 to take.
Yep. We're good.
Only
Hey.
3 games. I would have assumed he was a Terminator. Either way.
Yeah, it's weird that they're like
the Rhino,
regular armored
yes,
guys can go in the
yeah.
Terminator units,
No,
unlike
well,
everyone
yeah,
else's.
the
It's
bus,
pretty strange.
Those guys, so you can't pull yourself into combat. The bikes. 4s, rerolling 1s. Into 3s. 6 is going to do it. Take a save on the bikes.
All right, we're good.
Cool. So, end of the day, I will be pitching Sabotage. I'll be holding Assassination, because there is a possibility, but the game plan has more or less run off the rails for me.
Just piling in here and attacking me while you do that. Save some
Absolutely.
time. Bikes. Rhino's not judged.
Yeah, that's I think seems like a little bit of a foregone conclusion, maybe here,
180 nothing.
Chance.
Yep, 1 on 3. Good.
Okay, Jaegers, I gotta make sure I'm staying on the terrain feature for the sabotage. Cool. Should be able to get like 4 or 5 Jaegers in there. No, he's not quite touching. Alright, the rest can just kind of move up. Yep, that's fine.
Votan,
4
looking
nines,
good here.
Close combat.
It's just-
Close
it's,
combat first on 4.
With Emperor's Children being essentially
And 4 platforms.
the tactical marine faction,
On 4.
it does feel
and
difficult
6s,
for Emperor's Children to
182.
1AP2 is a 5.
sort of like
Take
profitably
one.
trade into them, because essentially like a couple of bicycles will kill an entire
I'll get
infractor
8
unit.
for killing more. I'll get 6 for sabotage.
5 Hearthguard, but none but done nothing but disappoint.
Bikes,
Yeah, they've been
bikes
good this
stab.
game
No,
actually.
they're dead. Okay.
One Doom
I can't
tried to
get
Doom
bikes.
drop
FAs, draw my second.
Lucius and
I
almost
will be
killed
doing
him
a
when he was
secret.
marked for death.
Okay.
The dice went a little skewy. I think if they'd both dropped to Lucius, he would have
I
died
do
almost
secrets on this
certainly.
thing.
Storm and establish. Locus.
Okay, I can't see a button that says do a secret mission.
Oh.
Oh, TTS.
I guess what I could do. Well, you go. What I'll
Yeah.
do because there's a button somewhere here for like
That's this one right here.
the. Pick it for me. Ah, there we go.
Right. Calls judging the rhino.
Yep.
Appraising glare.
Secret mission.
Home. That's the only legal target.
What could we get with secret here, chat?
Actually, there's no
Unbroken wall?
storm. Interesting.
Well, there is my home field.
This one, that's right.
Can't command insert.
Because crucially, if I help,
Can't War of Attrition.
Just have to hold an objective. You
feel like it's Unbroken wall.
Yeah.
to start a turn.
All right, I'm gonna spend a CP to pitch Locus.
Which is possible if the rhinos can like sort of clear themselves out and then just go hang out on the objectives in the center on round
Some
5.
kill stuff or defend, that works too.
I
All right.
don't think that'll change the
Cool, see, I
outcome of the
picked up
game,
this
but
thing,
certainly
so probably
giving Simon more points is good
can't.
for his tiebreakers.
That's
Here.
okay. All right. What are we doing? These boys are definitely moving.
There certainly was a Votan masterclass, though. Secret tunnel.
Come out and shoot this.
Indeed.
Terminators are going to advance up as far as they can. Hecaton will shoot.
Very
that.
good
To move up here.
showcase of how to deal with these really aggressive plays from Emperor's Children.
And these guys are all, I guess the bikes will fall back onto the objective here. And then Jaegers will just stay tied up there. I guess no reason to move them. And then the call will depend on what he rolls. All right, here we go. All right, battle shocks. These boys down here are good. Hecaton is good. Call, it's the important one, is good. Cool movement. All right. You can see Kako, right? Because Kako's in the rune. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Hecaton? Okay. All right, cool. All right. Let's advance these. Actually, I don't need to do that. Let's just move these guys up here. They will fall back.
Yeah, just remember you gotta go around my rhino or take desperates.
Yeah, they fly. Yep.
Oh, right.
Yep. Cool. I'm on there. Alright, this can just stay here and shoot things. And then Terminators will advance. 2, 7. Cool. Sagittar will move here to see that guy. Oh, I did owe you a battle shock on these two back here as well. They're good. They'll advance. 3. Cool. I'll spend a CP on the call to fallback shoot and charge.
Mhm.
We'll just go whatever's outside of an inch of you there. Okay.
Yep.
Alright, moved. These guys gotta go, so they'll advance. Big 1. Cool. Alright. Yeah, it should be up. Or shoot.
Yep.
Okay, Hecaton, everything into Cacophonist. He's Judge 1, but I'm also bracketed, so sustain gun first on force. Okay, 1 sustain for D3 for 1, and strength 10.
Spooky's been cracking it on these sustains, by the way.
3 AP 2.
Just killing it right now.
Yep. 3 on force. How much damage is this?
4.
4. Cool. I'll flip a 6.
Cool. Alright, and then the 6 strength gun on 4s with sustains. 6 strength 3s, twin linked. 1 AP 1.
1 on 3s. Good.
And then the 7 strength gun on 4s, and then on 3s, nothing. Okay.
Cool.
Magna Rail and this guy into him. So Magna Rail on 4s. Okay, and then strength 12 on 2s. It's a devastating, so D3 plus 3 for 4.
Cool.
Alright.
Yeah. Can't do much about that.
We finally got a Magna Rail to devastate.
And
That's
then,
wild.
Attrition into Noise Marine,
Insane.
All Strength Gun. First,
A Magna Rail gun, not a cannon on a
Strength
land
gun on
fort.
3s.
It's a regular
Strength plus
rifle.
1 to wound 2s. 1 AP2 into the Noise Marine.
5 up. Nope.
D6. Alright, cool.
He's got 1 HP.
Oh, he's only got 1. Alright. Okay. And then the call will shoot into the Rhino. 3 attacks from his Disintegrator on 2s. And then Strength 5 plus 1 to wound, so 4s. 6s are devastating. 3 AP nothings.
Yes.
Into the Rhino.
AP nothings is 3s. Nope. Take a wound. Down
Take
to 9.
1. Cool. That should be all my shots. Actually, I do have a assault weapon in here, so I'll shoot the assault gun at him. 6 attacks on your double judge now on 3s. Strength 6 plus 1 to wound, 4s. 3 AP 1s ignores cover.
Yep. Take 2.
1 damage each.
Yep.
Alright. Charge the call into the Rhino. We're in there.
I'm ready for this Rhino to blow up. Just detonate and
Yeah,
kill
you
this
could
guy.
Do some weird like wall ridey thingy, but either way, we're both on the objective.
Yeah.
I've got more OC.
Alright, punching you, hitting you on 2s, 6s are lethal. And then strength 9. Let me double check his gauntlet. I think his plasmas are 8. No, gauntlet is 8 for him, so it's 8.
Cool.
So on force.
So force, yeah. 2.
Alright. 2 AP2s.
Take them both. Damage is 3.
Yep, 3 apiece.
Cool. Down to 3.
Cool. You can hit me back.
Yep. 3 attacks hitting on 4s. Reroll 1s to stay lethal. Very funny. Sorry. This is the top of 4. I killed this unit and I killed this unit, so I am sustaining on 5s because I presently have my full pact. So yes, these are sustained and lethals. I'm wounding you on 3s. I think we figured out he was T5.
T5. Yep.
Yeah, so 6.
Hot damn, Chaos Rhino.
Rhino
Kills him.
and I will score
Alright.
5 for the assess.
Wow. Okay.
Cool. Alright.
The
So-
Jaegers, but I'm comfortable just saying. I mean, first of all, a conversation we maybe should have had before, but I am very comfortable running slightly over on time. I have nowhere to be.
Gotcha. Alright, no worries.
To me, the clock is like, it's the guarantee that we're going to be done in 6 hours, not the,
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna pitch Storm Hostile for a CP.
As long as it's not Tula, because I have places to be.
Pass to you.
I am holding. Presently, I think I have killed more because you killed.
Part of the reason it's there, chat.
You killed
I don't want to be
Go
here
and
for 5
2.
hours.
Noise
Oh, the
Marine.
guy. Yeah, 2.
Yep.
And I've killed 1. So I just have to get to a kill. Well, to 2 kills.
Yep.
Okie dokie. That's achievable. And obviously assassinate is bin. Recover and overwhelming. Not perfect. Recover, I think, has to get in the bin because I don't think that I have enough actions this turn. Actually, I do. I take that back. This Rhino backs it up to there and gives you a very long charge for these Hearthguard. And then this Rhino, the Rhino on my home field. Okie doke. So it's 3 points. And then I just have to kill stuff that's on objectives, which is realistically these Harnkin and also these Goobers.
Warriors. Yep.
Yeah, the Goobers are a little bit annoying that they're inclusive in the set, but I think that I can just accept it. Because what I really want to do is set up such that I can move on to that objective next turn, if I'm being realistic about my chances of winning. Okay, so the guys, battle shocks real quick. Rhino's good. The Rhino in the back needs to check. Obviously, I packed for 0. The Rhino is good. And then that's everybody. I need to get the goobs out of the bus. because I need to move the bus elsewhere. And they're just going to hang out the corner here. They are going to go for an advance for a total of 8. We're going to see what 8 gets me with regard to shooting at these Harnkin, which the answer is I get the 2 who matter, and then the other guy can shoot that way. I'll fall back the Rhino, which is presently empty. And then this Rhino is going to go for a normal move. So this is a 4. This is a pivot. This is a 6. And that's going to be one of my asset recoverers. The second asset recoverer has to be this Rhino, who has to do something like this in order to ensure that you are least able to get these Ein here through. And then what interacts with these guys? The answer is very little. The Demon Prince is going to go for an advance, because why would he not? He's going to go 19. If he goes 19, can he land? No. You have what I'm sure very purposefully blocked this out. All calculated. I suspect I still have to go to here, and I suspect I just have to survive a round of shooting from that guy. Can I afford to be killing these guys? You go up there. Yeah, I suspect I have to do this. Is there a way I can do this? I'm going to land a little bit short, like basically back here, just an inch away from your guy, just such that I can see one of these idiots.
Yeah.
Okay, so action. Gonna shoot at these guys. You've still got wounds here, so it's actually gonna be the Rhino shooting first, because I want to do the damage. Here comes the Dev wound thing. Hits on 4s.
Who's the running shooting?
The Rhino shooting into these guys because I want to know who's taking wounds.
Got it.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I can't. These guys advanced, so the Rhino cannot shoot these guys. So I guess the Rhino's going to shoot the Jaegers.
And he fell back from the Jaegers.
You are correct. So I guess he's going to shoot at nobody because I can't not shoot at these with these guys.
Got it.
So it's going to be 6 shots off of the 2 Blastmasters hitting on
YouTube can be difficult. What was the problem you were having, NC Conroy?
Jaegers.
You can PM me too.
Into the on the bikes. Yes, Harnkin, whatever they are.
Yeah.
And then on 3s, so 3 to take -2 damage 3 with the Blastmasters.
Yeah,
That's
start
the shooting.
All right, start on the 4 wound guy. 6s. Okay, so he'll
hit
die.
another.
Lose a guy. Yep.
Yeah, and then the disarmament pistol is going to go into the Jaegers, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, wounding on 4s, rerolling 1s. So 3 to take at AP -1, ignore cover on the Jaegers.
6s, 3 dead Jaegers.
Cool. Demon Prince.
Oh, you did
go
PM me.
to the Harnkin, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Let me look.
Wounding on 4s. 2 to take -1, but you're in cover.
Okay, 4 ups. We're good.
Cool. And then action. So all we have left to do is charge you. I will be charging with the Rhino. The Rhino is going to to declare, obviously, into the yeah. So what I want to do is just barely touch, and then I will tank shock. For 9, because I need that unit dead. Only 1.
Okay.
And then the Noise Marines will declare an 11-inch charge into Jaegers. No, and then the Demon Prince will charge into the Sagittar on a 7.
Did you spend the CP for the Tink Shock yet?
I have not. I should be at 1.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So Demon Prince is going to swing at the Sagittar. Or sorry, first he's going to tank shock it. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, Demon Prince Shock it.
Yeah, Demon Prince shock it. Force, take 3.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to get straight into fight you, basically. So 2s. Obviously, I'm strike profile.
Yeah.
2s and then 5s, I think. Because I'm strength 8. So you'll have 4 to take. These are AP minus 2, damage 3.
Right. 5 ups. He's dead. Does he blow up?
Be funny.
He
does.
does. Take 1. 1 mortal.
I will. Down to 5. And then I will strike you with my Rhino, and then I believe that is the extent of what I've got to do here. 3s, followed by, 4s, followed, but that is a stated lethal, followed by 3s, rerolling 1s. So 2 to take on your save.
T6.
Oh, 4s. Well, either way, the 6 gets there.
Yep. 2 4-ups. All right. They're 1 damage each.
1 damage.
Yeah, Games
Workshop.
Games Workshop. I have big corporation on the brain.
You got him.
YouTube has a weird.
I will not pile on to the objective.
It does a weird thing when it
So I have killed more this turn.
tries to with shorts specifically. It basically only accepts them from the phone. You also can only edit their thumbnail from the phone for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a bunch of like idiosyncrasies.
That is all of
I don't really understand
the scoring I've done so far. Recover assets in progress.
That was a hero Rhino. I'll get 3
They
for
always
defense
are.
stronghold.
Hell yeah.
All right. Pass the clock to me.
So Spooky gonna
bike
get 4
situation.
for holding
Go into
here.
Command phase. Draw my secondaries.
Oh, 8 for holding more, in fact.
Cleanse.
That's awkward.
Overwhelming at the Rhino.
Yeah, overwhelming into the Rhino. That's really all we got. You'll score 8 for holding more. They always do on Purge. I need to blast the Demon Prince.
No, he's secret.
I will not score any for holding any because I have a secret mission.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
His primary's at.
We gotta nuke the demon.
It's like primary's actually pretty good.
Or any
Secret mission, it's an interesting pick. He's at 30, so you almost could have maxed primary just by playing normally.
No. In round 5, I cannot score any primary other than my secret mission.
Oh, I thought it was just you couldn't do it at all. Okay, cool. I'm not used to secret missions. All right.
Yeah. It's a weird one, but what it prevents is me going, I'm going to take a secret mission, and then I score 32 primary in my final turn by like holding 2 and killing 1, and then also doing the secret, which was absolutely degenerate.
Yeah, all right.
Like, it was just like, if you're going second, you have anything on the board, you win the game.
All right, so we don't care about this then, since you can't score primary final turn. So yeah, we can cleanse with these boys. I'm going to pitch Overwhelming Force. Doop. Come on. Yeah, stupid thing. There we go. Call, can't do.
Correct.
Engage. All right. Cool.
Pretty nice set of draws. It's gonna be a.
Yep.
It's you go quarters and then
Quarters.
denial because the you can't be in the circle.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
It's an easy 4-ish
Okay.
points.
All Insane Bravery. These boys.
Yep.
Cool. Battle Shock test on the Hecaton. Good. That's it. No, on the home objective guys. They're good.
Yep.
Cool. Movements. Move these boys up. Okay. Let's just go here. Yes. Cool.
So it's got to be Unbroken Wall,
These
right?
guys will
Is the
tuck and try and cleanse.
Is the
That doesn't
secret?
really matter. Let's just tuck and cleanse.
and you just like you get it with this rhino, assuming none of the rhinos die. If any of the rhinos die, it's a disaster.
Cool.
Or Battle Shock, I guess.
And then this guy.
This rhino has to advance,
This way.
shoot, and like tank shock these guys off the objective.
5.
The one in the middle gets it for free,
Think about it.
and the one at the bottom
Minus.
just has to kill those 2 dudes.
Ruin if we can't.
And then that
possible.
would net Simon. He's currently at 32 primary. It would net him
Let's
8.
Just get them all over.
So it's this. It's actually much less consistent than just playing out normally. But there you go.
Tons out.
And then that would net him 8. So he'd be up to 66.
Move.
He'd be
Alright.
fighting into probably 84
Cleanse.
points. Maybe 80.
Imprints.
Absolutely.
Maybe 86 points.
4s. You're judged. Hitting on 4s.
Yes,
on
I
4s.
will armor here.
Okay. Hitting on 4s. Sustains on 4s.
I believe it.
All right. 2d3. All right, for 4 more shots. Strength 10 and +1 to wound 2s.
Yep.
All right, 4 down to AP 1s for you because armor contempt.
Yep. On 3s. This is 3 apiece, right?
3 apiece, yeah, after your
Yeah.
save thingy.
I will take the CP here because I would like to survive. Shockingly, I will take 3. I'm down to 2.
Okay, 6 damage gun or 6 strength gun.
Yep.
4s with sustains. 6 strength, so 4s twin linked. 2 AP 0s.
You got there, but it's only damage 2, right?
Yeah, so 1 damage.
Yeah, so get 1
Ooh.
damage down to 1.
Oh,
Cool, and then strength 7.
Demon
4s
Prince.
and 4s. 3 more 2-ups.
3 more 2-ups. Gucci.
Oh,
You're good. These guys will shoot everything into him.
Absolutely.
Disintegrators on 2s. Come on. There you go. On 2s.
Yep.
Cool. Strength 5. So 5's down to 4.
Well,
6
if you
are
roll
devastating.
d6s. Yeah, you roll 6s.
Okay.
You are not within 6, so it doesn't matter if I explode.
Okay. Cool. I didn't move my Jaegers. That's fine. I'll still attempt to charge here, I guess.
Sure.
We'll charge the Jaegers. I need a 6.
whoa! Look at him go.
There. Okay, pile in.
So actually, I don't think
3 plasma.
Spooky needed to auto pass these guys because they were going to
6
score,
attacks. I know I have 4 plasma.
Engage.
8 attacks.
but
You're not judged. And then 6s.
they
close combat.
the Jaegers are already there, so I
6s,
don't know.
4s, 6s.
Maybe they would have been better charging the Blastmasters
3. Gucci.
and trying to knock
Cool.
one of the heavy weapons down.
All right, I'll get 2 for engage, 2 for cleanse, and then TBD on killing more.
Yep.
Go
I
ahead.
will recover for 3. Discarding that. So, assuming that I get off my secret, I need 5 points on cards. For my battle shocks, I will just auto pass this Rhino because I think he just needs.
You cut your primary to 20 when you select a secret, so you can only score an additional 8 if you complete your secret.
You're totally right. In my head, I did not have to do that. Well, regardless, I think that I've lost the game because I don't think I have enough stuff, even if I hadn't here. Yeah, because even if
because you have 32 now, right?
yeah,
So you
I mean,
could
bearing
score
that in
another
mind-
8.
bearing that in mind, I would not bother doing that because I could score 16 pretty conceivably here. But it's up to you, John, because I did screw that up.
Oh, you're on
I
secret
forgot that
missioning?
secrets cut you to 20. Like you can't score more than 20 not on the secret.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, that's a kind of a huge take back, unfortunately. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, realistically, it doesn't.
Because I don't know what your
matter.
secret is. Yeah, I don't know what it could have been like. Oh, you had it and then you failed it, and I don't know.
The reality of it. So again, even with area and
that is a big ask for sure. I don't disagree. Yeah,
because
just
let's just quickly have a look at the board. But I think that the game is over because this guy can't fall back in action is the big thing. So I just don't have the ability to cleanse twice.
Got it. And I also haven't scored my primary for my kill yet either.
Well, you held one and killed one. Yeah.
I held more than you last turn, I think.
Did you? Which one did you hold more than me?
I had my home objective.
Oh no, yeah.
yeah, he had two
This one.
to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pile there. Yeah.
No worries. So I'll get at least 4 more. So minimum is this.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, I don't think that it affects the board state because I don't have 2 cleansers. Because I can pretty achievably, like, this Rhino goes 4 pivots and then walks up 6 and then
For sure.
does both area denial and cleanse. But
Mhm.
yeah, it was triple hold, which is the correct one to take in this situation. What I was
Gotcha.
considering here was that, yeah, obviously I take this one.
Mhm.
But like I said, didn't think about the 20 cap. Yeah, it's all right.
No worries at all.
I don't think I gave you my best game, but that is what it is.
Oh man, appreciate the game though, dude. It was a really good game.
was a lot of fun.
Ended up being
Yeah.
very close. Yeah, very good.
Well,
I always
it
play against
didn't
your army, so
because
it's fun.
if you like basically this, I don't even score this, so it ends up pretty far away. But again, like because it's singles, because I can't score more than 20 having declared the secret. That's a
Yeah,
useful thing. The big blunder was I should have countercharged your when your bikes came down here. I should have countercharged with my Demon Prince, which would have just given me an extra turn to go back here.
Fair.
I mean, I think I was also like, there were a lot of turns that I was like, this Hecaton's injured. It won't achieve the thing, and then it like basically just kept achieving the thing.
Yeah.
There's like an interesting argument about the Cacophonist. Like, I put him closer to be able to get a charge because if I tag you, you lose. I guess you don't lose a lot because all of this isn't blast.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you're what's it called? Oh no, because you can be -2 +1. So you would actually be net -1, so you'd be hitting on 5s. But yeah, there were a lot of times that I think I just gave the Hecaton. I was like, the Hecaton will do what it does, but I didn't successfully hold it back. But yeah, no, it was a really interesting game. But
good game, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was really fun. It did good back and forth, a lot of killing, and it was purged, so that made it extra fun.
Yeah, really. No, yeah, I think. I mean, also like, I think that the popping off up here put you at a pretty significant. Like, I think that was the backbreaker, but I think that you were ahead already when these guys died. The noises with the Caco there, because I think like if there's through Armor of Contempt, I definitely wasn't and the flip. I wasn't expecting to lose all 6 immediately.
Yeah, those bikes are actually extremely good at killing Marines, especially with sustains. They're very deceptive. I actually get that a lot where people are like, I had no idea it would kill. They do a shitload of damage.
It was mostly
you gotta ace those guys for sure.
Yeah.
So they're actually a very interesting matchup difficulty because like it's not like what do I set that kills a bike on turn 1, right? But yeah, no, it's a super interesting game.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it again.
Yeah, thanks for the game, you two.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate the stream too, Trevi.
Yeah, thanks for hopping on. I got you guys the score inputs. You should be all set. And obviously, Spooky, congratulations on winning.
Monkey, appreciate it.
Rock and Stone and all that,
Yeah, Rock and Stone. Like, there's only like 2 Votan players in the whole like league.
I know, yeah, they've fallen off quite a bit for sure. Used to be all over the place, I think, earlier to release, but now it's like everyone's like,
Honestly, I think that like people might have got bored with them, but that the Jaegers came out kind of really changed the shape of how the army works.
They're huge. Jaegers changed everything. Yeah, they're massive. It's great.
Yeah, being able to have it infiltrate with you have all those scouts is just like turns on all the scouts, right?
Yeah,
so good. Cool. All right, fellas. Thank you so much, guys. You guys take care.
Yeah.
Have a good one, eh?
Cheers, you two.
Have a good one. See you. See you guys.
All right, chats. That is it for us today. Let's go rating real quick. Prediction is out. Y'all voted for Emperor's Children, but it was not to be. Emperor's Children did not have what it took to get through the hordes of kin. People are still trying to imitate Tim Schneider. I know he's the Votan like Rain Man over here. Just throws all the Votan minis up in the air and then tells you how much damage you take. Let's go ahead and the Keegs of Votan, indeed. Let's go ahead and raid. 3:30. I'm very late. Deep Games is playing a game in Spanish, but they are playing New Thousand Suns, which is neat. War Mistress is playing Imperial Agents, incredible. And also somebody else is playing a game, but they're in front of the camera, so I don't know if that's exciting. There's also someone playing on their kitchen table. It looks like lots of games going on this weekend. I think I'm going to raid Deep Games. It is going to be a Spanish stream, but they do have a nice setup, and it is going to be New Thousand Suns, so I think it's going to be cool to take a peek at. So I'll send you all over there. Mil Hijos versus Hijos del Emperador. Perfect. You love to see it. So we're gonna go hang out with them. Thanks everyone for chilling with me today, folks, and I'll see you next week. Cheers.